Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night InSaNiTy for another week here on Zaranyzerak. How's it going? Hello.
Hi.
Stoud and I are tired because Stoud stayed till the end of the marathon yesterday playing Fortnite with me. It was
That's
fun.
okay.
I'm
I
tired. I
have
didn't sleep
Earl
well.
Grey.
Oh, excellent. Tea.
It's gonna be the
Earl Grey.
low key. It'll be the lowest key F&I ever.
Yep. Welcome to the InSaNiTy, everybody.
The insanity was staying up so damn long.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a good time. We had fun. Skinslip played for a bit. Stoudman played for a bit. A lot of our regulars played for a bit. It was fun.
Yeah.
We won a bunch, we lost a bunch, and had a good time. It was fun. It's fun.
I killed some of the. I won a game with
Yeah.
a pickaxe.
I'm pretty sure it was my shotgun that actually finished him off, but you did a lot of damage with the pickaxe.
Nope. My pickaxe.
Okay.
Wrong, it
We'll
was
see what the
pictures.
video says.
Yep. So I killed him. Feed.
Huh?
For sure. For sure, said I killed him in the feed.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Anyway, my
I'll be
pickaxe was
doing
off.
the clips soon. Yeah, we just gangbanged that guy. You were like just chopping away with the pickaxe. I came up behind with the shotgun, and I forget who was playing with us. Came up from the other side. Like he just didn't stand a chance. He was
Oh yeah.
doomed.
Apparently Discord didn't notification properly.
Yeah, well, it takes like 5 minutes usually.
Does it?
Yeah.
Thanks,
Usually have to do like a minute
Discord.
Well, between a minute and 5 minutes, it'll do it eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me that Discord
That's
is
why you need-
discordant
that's
with
why you
other
need-
platforms?
That's why you need to follow us all on Twitter, because we put the posts on Twitter immediately, like the second we go live.
Your shroom's back.
Just get off your I don't like Twitter high horse and just get Twitter already, for fuck's sake.
Remember, mind you, this is from the guy who was simply saying, I don't like Twitter for years also.
No, I never said that. I just didn't use it that much.
I don't like Twitter either, but I don't like Facebook more.
Yes.
My
I
dislike
barely-
of Facebook is greater than my dislike of Twitter.
I barely use Facebook. If there's a video of note that I've made that week, I'll post it on my Facebook page. But really, if you want the real central hub of all my activity, go to Twitter, because I really don't do much on the Facebook anymore. You may notice I don't even advertise Facebook in the links at the end of my videos anymore. And haven't for like a year now.
Yeah.
So,
They help they help support the rise of fascist government in our country. I don't give a fuck about them anymore.
That's true.
I mean,
That's true.
the only real reason I keep it is because there's a few people that don't have other platforms. It's the only means I have to keep in touch with them. So,
And it's like,
that's it.
I wish you would choose a different fucking platform to talk to me on. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eric's not with us. He's not feeling well tonight.
Yeah.
No
So,
garbage
yeah.
game here.
We wish Garbage Gamer well and hope to see him again soon.
A speedy
A
recovery.
speedy recovery, yes.
So, how's it been
Great.
this week in general?
All right.
It's been all right.
Grew up this morning. That was fun.
Oh, good times.
Oh, goody.
I had,
Thanksgiving is a week away.
Yeah. Who cares?
what are you talking about? We had Thanksgiving last month.
Okay. Can we-
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
God, you guys are so slow down there. Get with the program. Takes a month to get around to
Well,
Thanksgiving.
You see, we like to spread things out evenly, so we have Halloween at the end of October,
Nah.
Thanksgiving at the end of November, and Christmas at the end of December.
See, with
And we have 3 miserable months until we get to spring.
having it in October, it's like you got turkey and candy to just like get all fat in one go. Then you work like crazy to lose all that weight in November because there's nothing going on in November, just in time to gain even more weight back with December's food fest.
American system is way better.
Which is
We
basically
should exercise in the new year.
you just
I think the answer is we
Still do
just
that.
don't exercise at all.
3 months of gorging, then we exercise. Yeah.
and technically speaking, it's not a system anyway. It's, we just stole our country from the natives a month earlier than you, apparently.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
A different month. I mean, month prior to us. I mean, technically, I don't
Yeah.
know who came first. You were around before us, I believe.
Yeah, I don't actually know.
At least it's a colony.
It's not
of the,
that far off. Like, it's,
No,
within
it's
a
not.
few decades, I'm sure. But,
I don't know Canadian history that well. Sorry.
yeah.
Canada land.
Canada.
Yep.
Ah.
Stop yawning me.
Yeah,
Okay.
you. There it is. There's the notification.
I pushed the notification.
No, it's a Me 6.
And then
one.
it pushed the notification. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, it does that. I've
As
noticed
soon
it.
as I posted it. As soon as.
Oh,
I
yeah.
posted. Not
yeah,
before.
I see yours there.
Only after I post. Only after.
I've done that before, too. It's like, come on, Discord. Notify everybody. So I'll do it, and then it'll be Me 6 will be like, oh, there's a thing happening. Oh, let me post about that. Like, yeah, great, thanks. Thanks for being on the ball there.
Oh, well.
That's
Good
okay.
job, B6.
Double notification. Now you really have no excuse.
1497
Okay.
Canada. 5 years after. Yeah, not bad.
5 years after, so it's actually even closer than
5
I
years
thought.
after and 1 month before.
I thought it was even closer than I thought. Interesting.
The
Cool.
subjugation of lesser races.
Quote unquote
Wow.
lesser race. You just say that without quotes, brother. Come
Yes,
on.
what the
Yes.
ignorant ancestors of ours thought. Correct.
It's
Yeah.
called
The
satire.
stupid, ignorant,
Satire.
racist
Satire does not
ancestors.
come through in today's age, and you fucking know it.
Mhm.
It doesn't. But that
Ask the
won't
Onion.
stop me
No.
from being satirical.
Just ask The Onion, which literally just posts news now.
This, in this
Pretty
day and
much.
age, you try to be satirical, and people think you're being literal,
Yeah, I know.
and you get canceled for being satirical.
Ridiculous.
That's what
I know. Well, look at the few
Who's
times
been canceled for being satirical?
look at the few times I've done like satirical videos, like my Eddie videos, and the sheer percentage of comments on those videos from people who think I'm being completely serious. It's like
Justin, who's been canceled for being satirical? Tell me. You got evidence of those?
it's like
no.
No, I didn't think so. Okay.
it's like
I didn't-
over
I don't
half.
think
It
or at
wasn't
least
about
half.
the fucking evidence. I didn't give a fuck about evidence. I
Oh,
was
but
just
I'm pointing-
positing an idea.
Evidence, whatever. I just prefer
The point is
pulling
that
things out of my
haven't-
ass. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Why,
Definitely,
is that
that's
something
outrageous.
some people say to fucking... I don't know.
What?
I can imagine that could be used as like an excuse. You know?
I mean, I'm sure someone has attempted to be canceled based on it, but I don't
no,
know.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody could, like, legitimately be a fucking terrible person, an asshole, and actually believe racist shit or whatever, and then
Oh, I'm sure.
say, "Oh, I'm just being satirical," and you're just trying to cancel me because I'm being satirical.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm sure there's a
Well,
case
I've
like
had
that.
people unsubscribe because they thought my satire was serious. That counts,
God.
right? They canceled their subscription to me.
Sure. It's tea time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using these fancy.
Time for
Cups.
Hitler
Wow,
in Germany.
You classy, yeah, you classy motherfucker. With
I
your,
know. Where's the large?
your rich man's cups.
Who the fuck needs? Who needs Starbucks? when you can make your own at home.
Wow, look at that. Let's see. Wow, with the band around it and everything, and the top. Wow. Wow.
Fancy motherfucker.
Stoudman actually is the head of Starbucks, apparently. That's the
Are those
only
wax-coated
explanation
cups
for
and
how he
everything?
got those cups.
What kind of high class shit is this? Wax coated cups? Jesus,
I know, right?
Oh, that's right. That's the other thing I need to get. Honey. Luckily, they sell honey on eBay, on Amazon.
I just spent $60 in fucking shampoo and conditioner, bro.
Wow.
I mean, it's like 6 months worth, because but that's the only available
That's
unit
there.
worth.
Yeah.
I can buy it on Amazon.
Yeah.
So it's 3 bottles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. At least you
Yeah,
know you're
everything
stocked
is
up
more
for a while.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta do it.
All the necessities and stuff like that are more expensive
You're
on
an
Amazon
idiot.
right now because a lot of the states are going
Thanks,
back down.
JL.
Oh. This is
A lot of the
always
states are going
$20.
back into lockdown.
I don't know why
Oh,
someone in the room is an idiot
shampoo's
either, but
expensive.
okay.
Say what?
Say what?
Huh?
I didn't hear. There are two people talking at once.
I said my shampoo's always been kind of expensive because it's like vegan
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Regular shit makes me itch. We're gonna cheapest vegan shampoo and conditioner I can get.
But like toilet paper, for example, once again, like we've already gone through this. You don't have to go out and freak
Not
out
a
and buy
virus.
all the
It's not
fucking
a
toilet
virus.
paper bullshit. And everybody was in agreement. Most people, I think, were in agreement. Okay, yeah, that was a bad idea. We didn't need to go out and buy all the toilet paper. Guess what fucking happens again?
Yeah, it's not a poopy virus, everyone. It's not a
Again.
poopy
Mhm.
virus. You don't poop.
Oh my god. How do so many stupid people have that much fucking money?
I don't
And-
know.
If the thought process was, well, I can buy this here for this price and then sell it for double or triple online,
You're an
well,
asshole.
that one, you're an asshole. Two, all the online places like Amazon and shit like that aren't letting people do that. So you're literally just wasting your fucking money. Just.
Yep.
This is my retirement plan.
People shocked that they don't think go out for it.
A 2-ply retirement plan. Fuck's sake.
But yeah, fucking scalpers all buying PS5s and the Switches, by the way.
Oh yeah. Wait, the Switches are sold out again? Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Can you?
you're not wrong, Lou Bunny Gamer. It isn't poopy, but it is shitty.
Indeed.
The nice thing about honey is that it's sweet, so it's like you'd think it wouldn't be good for you, but it is. So you can use as much as you fucking want.
Well, oh, that. You probably don't use enough to make it unhealthy, to be fair. I think anything can be unhealthy, even healthy food, if you gorge on it. So, I mean, you know. Like that, I don't think even you're doing that, so you're probably fine.
Well, too much
Gorgeous.
of anything isn't good. All things
Yeah.
in moderation.
Including moderation.
Yes. Sometimes you
You
just
can
want to
eat
cut loose and splurge.
500 pounds of honey all at once, and
I would say
it would make you
you
super
both screaming until noon in the afternoon was definitely not moderation. So
No, it was not. It was excessive and insane. And glorious.
yeah, like I said, moderation, even in everything in moderation, including moderation.
Except my marathons. Which are all about excess. Pushing the boundaries of sanity. Yep,
No,
yep,
it would
yep.
say the pre-show on the stream here. It would say
Yes.
Saturday Night InSaNiTy pre-show.
Yeah,
For the
so
pre-show.
also it's almost 10 o'clock. So
Yeah.
if we were still in the pre-show, we would be doing something wrong.
Or late.
Or very late, yeah.
I'm cutting loose at like midnight 30 or so, 1 a.m. because I gotta actually be able to get some sleep before I have my
Okay.
movie date tomorrow.
So we want to try to be efficient this week, is what you're saying.
Oh,
Efficiency.
no. You guys can keep running the
Well,
time you want.
I
I just have a hard cut off. Yeah.
Well, I don't have any pickups, so that will save some time.
I
I
do.
have
You have
1, 2,
one,
3,
2,
5,
3.
6.
Oh, he's still counting. Okay.
5.
5. Okay.
6 and 5. Well, actually 7 and 5,
6.
but
We didn't watch a ton of movies this week, so
Okay.
yeah.
Funny enough, I did watch a ton of movies this week.
Oh,
I watched
lovely.
almost 9 movies this week.
Holy fuck. Okay,
Yeah.
starting with we're gonna run this day. It'd be the 15th.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Me
6
and
hours.
Stoudman watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 movies. I watched
Okay.
one movie with someone.
Okay, so like 5.
Oh, it's 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. And I think Stout is saying he watched like 4 on his own or something.
Did I?
So we actually collectively watched a very close amount of movies.
Mhm.
Sort of.
Oh, they might go for 6 hours. You know,
I don't know. It'd just be the Stout and Z show.
nothing wrong with that.
Well, Skinslip sleeps. On camera. In her chair.
Don't remember if I watched anything else.
Okay. Very good, Stewie. I don't know why you didn't
Watch
give it a chance in the first place. It's a legitimate masterpiece of storytelling.
Not for everybody though.
But,
To play, watch, sure, but
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like,
Oh, God.
a lot of the rationale I saw was misguided.
I don't like playing horror games in the first person.
Oh yeah, I know.
I mean,
But I mean, I'm
playing-
talking like people. It wasn't even about playing or watching. It was just people who just didn't give it a chance because they didn't like some of the twists in the story. And it's like, well, it's a story. You have to have
What about me?
conflict. You have to have twists. You have to have motivation for the characters. You know, like, come on.
My problem with people were saying like, you got to play a character that was unsavory, and like, oh no, we're playing an anti-hero.
Oh, yeah, there was that too.
antagonist.
Yeah, but that was the whole point, was to show that.
There's same people who hate movies where like
Yeah.
the main character is unlikable. Like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
They don't have to be likable.
but it's the whole point was showing that everybody has a story. You know,
Some stories are uncomfortable, that y'all.
some
in
stories
life.
are, and there's nothing wrong with having a story that's uncomfortable. I mean, as long as it's an interesting story, that's all I care about.
Yeah,
So-
I mean it's okay, Stewie. I'm proud of you for trying again, though.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. Well, and I think a lot of people will do that over time. They will revisit it and realize that maybe their first impression was a little overly harsh, and they're not seeing the, you know, what they were trying to do.
It's
Yeah.
I do
uncomfortable.
that sometimes.
Yeah.
Not appreciated when it came out and become a cult hit, and
It's-
later, you know.
Well, like we talk about with movies all the time, it's good to go back and reevaluate sometimes, especially when it's something that, you know, maybe didn't quite work for you, but you keep hearing, like, well, people like this. Like, what is it that they're seeing that I didn't see? You know?
Yeah,
And-
and then sometimes you go back and you try out a movie that you didn't like the first time around, and you discover that you were right the whole time. It was absolute trash, and
Yeah.
everybody else is wrong.
And it's like, well, apparently
Oh,
everyone's
grief.
insane because I still don't get it.
Yep.
But sometimes you're surprised, you're like, wow, I actually really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes it's like, wow, what the hell was I thinking 15 years ago? This is great. This is my new favorite movie. So, yeah.
My favorite example of that is The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. I
Uh-huh.
have no idea why you people like it. I don't get it.
Never
I
seen it.
don't
Can't
get it.
comment. I have the set. Haven't watched it yet.
You have a problem with that movie? Makes no fucking sense because you got to check your goddamn brain to the door because it's a fucking movie about a mummy
Yeah,
and a
exactly.
guy shooting it with bullets.
It's not
I mean, come on.
realistic enough. It's a
Yeah,
movie.
that's totally the problem.
It's a movie. It literally defines its own reality.
All it is Pulp Action. I really enjoy the mummy, first two mummies. I think
Yeah.
they're really good.
That's yeah. Well, and you and I like pulp action stuff to begin with, so it's like right up our alley. So I'm sure I will enjoy it when I get around to seeing it, because what little I know about it, it looks like fun. You know, just cheesy fun.
007, that was kind of my problem with it, is that it's too close to Indiana Jones. It's like,
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up!
it's it's not trying hard enough to be a
It's
mummy
not
movie.
trying
It's
hard.
trying
Shut the
too
fuck up! How many
too
movies?
hard to be a
How many movies you
Indiana
love are
Jones
just
movie.
mockeries of other things you already like, and you have no problem with it, but you have a problem with this one? With this one?
Yeah.
Shut up! Oh my God!
I haven't seen it. I don't really have much to contribute to this, but
You
yeah,
have the
Stout. Jeez.
Well,
Yeah,
Anyway, you're
archaeology
I would
adventure.
equate it.
Yeah.
I would equate it to like a movie where they're trying to, like, they're using the brand name of a fucking, like, a popular franchise, right?
Huh?
And the popular franchise that they're doing a reboot of, so to speak, they're not doing the same kind of movie as they did in the original popular franchise.
Of course not. It's 50 fucking years later.
Yeah.
It's 50 years later. It's a re-envisioning. It's a remake. It's a new movie
Yes.
with the
But
same fucking title. And the only similarity is it's a fucking mummy. Oh my fucking God! And you're
Calm
talking about one of the
down.
least popular Universal series. The least popular.
Yeah.
Second least. I
It
think
wa-
Werewolf might be popular with the least sequels. But
Yeah.
So you're saying they had a reason to do it? I don't say that.
It
I'm
was.
not
I
saying
mean,
that they
it
have a
was.
reason
It
to
was
do it.
popular
Yeah.
enough that
Right.
they did like.
I don't know why you're so upset about it. I'm just like,
it makes no
I
fucking
just
sense.
don't like
Yeah.
it. It didn't work for me. I felt like they could have made a great
Clearly,
mummy movie
Stout,
that
the
was
only-
still in the vein of the original mummy
So
movie.
you had expectations going in. Excellent.
Clearly,
Well, actually, because I
Well,
hadn't
you just
seen.
said you had expectations. I feel like they could have done this. It's an expectation.
clearly, Stout, you have to just watch them over and over until you like them.
No, I fucking hate those movies.
Hate now. Wow. So
Hate, wow.
strong.
Well, hate is strong. They're like I would say the first one is like a 6 out of 10. Honestly, all of them are like a 6 out of 10. They're not terrible movies. I just don't like them.
I see.
All right, fine.
The
Because I feel like they
Like
could
you
have
had
done something so cool by
With,
taking a different approach, and
you
they
know-
took this approach instead, and I didn't like this
wow.
approach.
I'm
That's all.
just gonna drink my coffee. Yeah, it's weird with the Wolfman, like, because arguably the Wolfman is a more popular character, yet for whatever reason he didn't get any solo sequels in the original Universal Monsters run. Yet the Mummy, as you say, I think easily the least popular of the Universal Monsters, well known but not as you know.
Maybe Invisible Man might be a little more or less popular, but barely.
Yeah, I mean, it still was. I was gonna say it's popular enough to get like a 4-part series of movies.
You didn't see the.
Which is
I'd say Black Lagoon is probably the least popular.
but it's always been strange to me that the Wolfman kind of just got shafted in that regard. We only got the one solo movie, and then it's all the team up movies, and that was it.
And to be fair, it did inspire a lot of other horror movies.
Oh, it did. Well, that's the thing. That's what makes it even stranger is the fact that the Wolfman is so.
Why are you doing that?
So popular and really helped to kick off the whole werewolf genre, werewolf/wolfman genre, because it really didn't exist before that. There was like,
thankfully, there was a really good reboot of the Wolfman franchise.
the 2010 one.
Toro.
You mean that one that sucks?
It doesn't suck. It's fucking awesome. You're all wrong about it.
All right, based on popular reviews.
I like the Wolfman 2010. I don't know.
When I watched it, I was like, why do people hate this? What the fuck is wrong with them? Rick Baker did the fucking special effects in that movie. Fuck you.
I think
what the fuck?
The problem I had with it was it seemed a little directionless at times. It's just like, okay, he turns into a werewolf at night and goes around killing people. what is he trying to do to deal with this? He just seems to be doing this every night, and like,
It feels like there's a lot of studio interference.
Kind of, yeah. More werewolf action, less plot, please. Okay.
Yep.
That's kind of what it
That's
felt
what
like. I felt like there was a little too much emphasis on the Wolfman parts, and because in the original, when you go back and watch the original, a lot of it is about Larry Talbot's struggle to deal with it and find out if there's a cure, and try not to. He doesn't want to kill people, and he's very like conscious of what he's. Well, not conscious when he's a wolfman, but he's very cognizant of what he has done as a wolfman. Like, finds out after the fact and stuff like that. And it's like, there just seemed to be a lot more going on character-wise in that, as far as his struggle. I don't know. I've only seen the 2010 one once. I need to reevaluate it, but...
You ready for this? Dracula's #1.
Oh,
Frankenstein's #2.
That's...
Bride of Frankenstein's #3.
Yeah.
Bride of Frankenstein's #3.
Wow. Yeah. Not surprised.
Yeah.
Very well liked. Very well.
Then the werewolf, then the creature from Black Lagoon, then Mummy, then Invisible Man. Invisible Man's actually the least popular.
Oh, Invisible Man.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy
Interesting.
says he's
Oh
a
my
Star
God,
Wars
yeah.
fan, but he doesn't even have the Ewok movies.
What ratings
Those
is
are
this
the
based
best
on?
Thank
ones.
you,
Based on
Sal.
How
popular
can
reviews,
you
like
call
people-
yourself a
okay.
real
people rate the
Star
movies,
Wars
yeah.
fan if you don't have the original Ewok?
Well, I mean, that's
movies?
kind of what you're looking for. Is the base
Those
thing.
are the top
do,
8, yeah.
you know?
See, now
That's
that's
as
it.
close as I can get. I mean, no one
That-
has like an official rating.
See,
you know?
that's interesting as well. That's like the top 8, basically. But that's interesting because, for me, Creature from the Black Lagoon is my least favorite of all of them.
One of my favorites.
I like the creature design and stuff. I like the other ones better. I think it's because the other ones are more kind of gothic horror, and I like the gothic horror stuff.
I like
but,
monster movies. There's monsters in the ocean and shit.
Well, I
and
like
lots of-
monster movies too, just generally speaking. But it's I don't know, just the story of it just didn't resonate with me as much as the others, I guess.
Well,
It's-
not monster movie like in the sense of Dracula. He was a monstrous person, but he's not.
A
Look,
monster,
monster.
yeah,
I like I mean, a monster movie.
like a monster, yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, I like those kind of monster movies.
But yeah, but again, Creature from the Black Lagoon that got like 2 sequels. But Invisible Man actually got a couple of direct sequels. There's a lot of like spin-offs that are standalone, like the Invisible Woman and I think Invisible Agent is a standalone. But there's also Return of the Invisible Man and the Invisible Man's Revenge, which are direct sequels to the original. So,
right,
huh?
Invisible Agent also.
I don't think Agent is a direct sequel. It's been a while since I've seen it. I need to see it again.
I thought he was doing not the German movie.
Hey, thanks 007. Thanks so much, dude. Really appreciate it. 65% on this week's donation goal. Thanks so much, guys.
I'm long enough to have from me having seen those movies that I marked them as unseen on Letterboxd. That's how long it's been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Invisible Woman is so much fun. It's just a straight up comedy, but it's a very
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. And Invisible Agent it's meant to be, I think it was, kind of World War II. It's Invisible Man versus the Nazis. But there are parts of that are played for laughs as well. I think it's
I remember
'cause-
Invisible Agent the most, actually.
I think it's because there's a lot of humor in the original, kind of dark humor in the original, so they kind of started to push the comedic aspects more in some of the others. And it's like, I don't know, I never really thought of Invisible Man as a comedy, but I don't know, with the Universal ones, they kind of make it work.
I think it's because Invisible Man came later in the cycle, and so
Yeah.
you're starting to see like other comedies in the series already at that point, and
Well,
so maybe that's why.
not really. The first one was like within a year or two of Dracula and Frankenstein. It's actually one of the
okay.
earlier ones.
Well, maybe it's later in the cycle.
They
and maybe
did like
that's
a
why
bunch. It was Creature from the Black Lagoon. It was like way later. That was 50s.
and yet none of those are comedies, really.
No,
You
they're
know?
not. I don't know, but
I really like those movies just because I'm a bit of a monster fucker. I love monsters; they're adorable. I want to cuddle all the monsters.
but I
You're big and slimy. I want to cuddle you.
but I like all the movies in the Invisible Man cycle. They're a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, the person I've been watching movies with on Sunday mornings is not seen most of them, so I'm like, here's next.
Well,
watch
there you
them all.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them are fairly short too, so you could probably bang off a few at a time. I remember a while back, Stoud and I actually watched all 4 of the Mummy sequels in one go, because they're literally an hour each.
Oh wow!
This was like
Probably
watching. This was like watching 4 episodes of a show.
Usually watch movies and then do FaceTime
So
talking or video.
In that case, yeah, The Mummy. Actually, because The Mummy, there's the one with Boris Karloff, which is actually a standalone. The sequels have nothing to do with it. It was basically a reboot that they turned into, 4-movie series, and then realized they didn't have any new ideas for the story because they did like almost exactly the same story for all 4 of them.
Oh, cool! The video
with some slight variations, but
stop breaking right now.
I still enjoy them.
Oh, gave me an ad. Lovely.
Anyway, The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. Greatest
swear to
film
fuck-
ever. I'll have to watch that sometimes.
I first the video breaks because it's trying to do an ad and it glitches, and then I have to reload it and it gives me an ad.
Ah, that's great.
It's probably yeah.
The video just suddenly randomly breaks. You're like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That happens to me all the fucking time.
I bet
And
it's an
assume
ad
just
break
because of my
glitch.
email, but
It's
Yeah.
because right now I was getting an ad, and instead it just glitched, and I had to reload to give me an ad.
I actually get that on YouTube sometimes where it fails to load the ad, so it just has a black screen with the spinning thing for the duration of what the ad would have taken up. And I can't click on anything because it's just a black screen. So
Wow.
wonderful.
I've never had that happen, but I mean, I'm sure that happens. I mean, I've never personally had that on YouTube.
yeah, I've had
Now
it
that I
happen
said that,
quite
it'll
a few
definitely happen
times.
now. Yeah, but now that I said something, it'll happen all the time.
But then I
That's-
reload and it's fine. But yeah, it's annoying. Hate it when that happens. Yeah.
I actually kind of like the Tom Cruise Mummy, but not because of Tom Cruise, but like
No.
the concept.
That one.
The concepts brought forth in the movie were actually really cool. I like some of the things they did with that movie, and other things I'm just like, okay, just an action movie with Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it felt, it's interesting. There's a moment where like they're transporting the monster on a plane, and I was like, someone said, "Hey, that scene from Dracula 2000 was really cool. Let's reproduce that, but different." And I was like, okay, that's my favorite part about Dracula 2000 is that they're transporting Dracula's body via plane, and it crashes, and that's how he escapes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's such a cool, fucking cool concept.
Haven't seen that one yet either.
That's a really good one. That's just, I told you, I ruined the whole first 5 minutes of the movie. Oh no.
I'm glad I wasn't paying attention.
Wow.
I literally
All
didn't
I
hear
did-
anything you said. Don't
I
repeat
told you
it.
the most vaguest
Yeah.
piece of the plot. Basically, told you the plot.
Okay.
Very, very, very loosely.
Cool. I don't even want to know that.
I will say
Glad I
this
missed it.
about
Well, tell you again. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
What's
say this about the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies. The second and third movie, they just get more and more ridiculous along the lines of like
Awesome.
it almost feels like what Fast and the Furious did, but with the
Yeah.
Mummy movies.
That's because Hollywood you have to top each other every time you do a sequel, which is
That's
not,
why the sequels, though, I don't really have as much of a problem with because they just like, okay, we're gonna go full fucking cheese,
Mhm.
and we're gonna go full fucking
Creative.
action, and it's
Simple
like,
as that.
okay, this is at least keeping my eyes glued to the screen.
Mhm.
you
Three,
know?
three just felt like a contractual obligation. It was weird. I don't know. Number 2, I really liked. I really liked number 2. So,
Okay.
and yes, the CGI rock in the second one's pretty terrible, to be fair. At the very end,
I think from what I've heard,
The
the Scorpion
Scorpion
King
King.
gets better and better with each sequel. Aren't there like
They
6
had-
of
all
those
of
now?
them. It's not true.
They had the 5 packs of the Scorpion King movies
Just
on
an
Blu-ray.
epic saga that
for
keeps building on
$12
its own
on
mythology.
I want that. I want that for $12.
Making it deeper and richer.
I actually really like the first Scorpion King. I think it's a pretty decent film.
Yeah, it's in the box set I got.
I need to get the Scorpion King box set, which has all 5 Scorpion King movies.
I would like to get those too. Is those on Blu-ray?
Yep, $12.
I just
Really?
said those.
Well,
for
damn.
$12
I need
recently.
that.
I don't know if it is anymore, but it was. It was.
Iceman, which Santo versus the Mummy film? You just kind of didn't give me a title. You just said El Santo versus the Mummy. Thumbs up.
there it
La
is.
Vengeance La Momia, or Tomb of the La Momia, or Mummies of Guanajuato. How do I fucking say that? I can't say that name. I'm sorry.
You know
Famous like
that
show
movie.
with mummies that I cannot pronounce. something something. I don't know. There's like 5 movies where he fights a mummy. Which one are you talking about, Iceman? You can't remember which one? Oh, your little flex isn't working unless you remember the title, brother. I love all those movies, by the way. They're all those Santo films. I'm so happy we're getting.
I like that El Santo movie. That was a good movie. That one.
Don't be a gatekeeper, Skinslip.
I'm being a dick, yes. I would love a Zatoichi style box set of the Santo films.
That'd be cool. I
I can imagine that happening. Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
I could
We're
imagine.
getting the first Santo film double feature from Kino Lorber finally on Blu-ray, the very first one. And
excellent.
It's 2 titles that have not been available subtitled in English in America yet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty fucking cool. I'm pretty stoked. I got those in pre-order, of course.
I see.
Of course. El Santa.
El Santa.
El Santa.
El Santa de Claus.
El Santa. Ha ha ha. Oh oh. Hee hee.
This is SNI, Crowlton. What the fuck are you talking about?
You're insane,
You go off the
Crowlatin.
The insanity
on
part.
random fucking
Insane.
topics.
Literally the insanity part of SNI.
Yeah.
Yes.
Deep in it, brother.
Deep. We're going deep.
Oh yeah, geek news. Yeah. we
Well,
have
thanks.
those.
Fuck, dude.
We'll
Whatever.
get to it.
Uh-huh.
Ain't going nowhere. It's fucking written down. We don't have Eric to the gaming news, so we're not in a rush.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
That gives us at least an extra 45 minutes to just dick around.
I'd say more like 20 minutes.
Yeah, probably like 20.
Unlike you, Eric is pretty quick with this.
Hey! Hey!
Not wrong.
Also, to be fair, I have like 10 other topics to cover, so, you know.
Yeah.
Come on.
Also not wrong.
Come on. Come on. I think I need that Gold Ninja video Blu-ray. Because
Do you
Which
know?
one?
I'll get that one. The new one that just came out.
What? There's a new one.
You didn't know? What? How do you... Well, okay, you got... Did you order...
I missed things.
Hold on. Did you order War God? War
No,
God?
I need it.
Oh, wow. I thought you'd be all over that shit. Dude,
Check out.
Taiwanese kaiju movies.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
What's funny? I just watched one of these with Eric the
Did
other
you?
day.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, I need that.
Pay with PayPal, please.
Yep. It's only $10.
Securely logging away. I've been meaning to smoke this for like 10 minutes now.
Well, good. I'm glad I checked that.
I would have figured it out eventually.
Oh, you would have
but
found it eventually, yeah. No, it was on pre-order for a little bit. I just assumed you would have been all over it by now because you've been all over their releases. So, all right, cool. Well, good thing you made a fan of them out of me. So I will make sure you don't miss things now.
I mean, I don't miss things usually.
I
I
like
just
that
every
stuff.
now and then I'll just be like, what'll happen was I don't necessarily listen to the podcast when it comes out brand new, so I don't get
Oh,
the
okay.
it's coming on pre-order in 2 weeks type thing when everyone else knows. So
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
lots of people get it way before me because of that. So it's either shipping,
Fair enough,
small
yeah.
pack, Canada, blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Oh.
Please.
War God. Yeah, it looked like a fun one. And it comes with
PayPal.
at least one bonus movie, but we know there's another one in there somewhere.
Always.
Yeah, it's great. I love that.
Oh, yeah, Three-Headed Monster, the bonus feature is actually a fucking wild-ass movie, by the way. It's the one I've seen.
Cool.
Yay, ordered it. $16 whole.
Yay!
All right, let's see here. It's doesn't have. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's got a Super Robot Iron Man on there as a bonus. That's a hidden feature.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
It's another Taiwanese one.
Oh,
Super Robot Iron Man.
unfortunately,
What?
Maybe.
unfortunately, the Scorpion King 5 movie collection on Blu-ray is now no longer $12.
No.
It is $15.57.
Oh.
Oh no!
In Canada, it's like 34.
I can't afford that. It's too rich.
Jesus, what the fuck, Canada?
But I get free shipping. But I'll get that eventually as a companion to the Mummy set. I think that was the only reason. That must be recent because I remember looking when I got the Mummy set and there was no such 5-movie set of Scorpion King at the time.
Yeah, it came out between that and now. Yeah.
Yes.
Some last year or two.
Yes.
3.
30.
Maybe like at least 5.
Well, it
right?
works out to less than $7 a movie, Kralatin. I think that's reasonable. I mean, I would have bought them in the bargain bin anyway, so that would have been about $7 a movie. So,
Yep.
yeah. Why are things more pricey in Canada again? Well, exchange rate, for one.
Because you're God's unforgiven country.
Also, some of them, a lot of these studio releases, they come from the U.S. They have Canadian distributors, but a lot of it's just to do with exchange rate.
I gotta say,
shipping to Canada is
the cheese thing is there's no subsidies for dairy farmers.
Mad Max has a 4K out now, and I gotta say, the cover is sick as fuck. Let me tell you,
Cool.
they chose rarer art for the cover.
Ah, okay.
It's the same cover they had for the original Screen Factory release, Shelf Factory.
Yeah, probably higher taxes as well. We have a lot more taxes here in Canada.
What do you mean?
The reversible. You have a reversible cover, dude. Flip it over.
Yeah, that's what I said. I have it reversed. I
The
have it reversed.
Default is like.
No, Stout, you don't know what you're talking about.
There's two covers, man. There's like one that's new art that's not on any other release that's ever been released, except maybe a VHS, I think. And then there's the one that Screen Factory has is their backup art, basically, which is the theatrical poster. There are two pieces of art. Yet the other side is art that's not been used like ever
on the 4K, you mean?
Yeah, on the 4K specifically.
Okay, all right.
Specifically the 4K release.
I'm confused by your comma placement in that initial dollar amount, Legally Blind Gamer.
Oh yeah, there's a bit too many threes in the middle there.
He says, speaking of gaming news, Jace Hall, the owner of Twin Galaxies, is suing Billy Mitchell and Walter Day for fraud and illegal business practices. He is seeking $3,333,360 bajillion in general damages and $3,160,200 in special damages plus more. These two dollar amounts coincide with a perfect game of Pac-Man and 5 and 3 lives respectively. Well, he's probably never going to get that amount, but that's funny that's how they arrived at that amount.
Yes.
Yeah. The what was this one? Kong Fistful of Quarters. Okay, I haven't seen that one. I've seen the King of Kong, which is just a Billy Mitchell.
Yeah, that's the one.
Cocksuck fest. But
King Kong Fistful of Quarters movie. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the same movie. He's messing the name up.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah. Dad, wipe my butt. Wipe my butt.
Oh my god.
Hey, Chelsea, how's it going?
Hey, Chelsea.
I haven't seen you in so long. I hope all is well.
Yeah.
I worry when my regulars disappear for prolonged periods of time.
Right?
I care about you guys. But good to see you. Good to see you.
And when your love's not there, he notices.
Huh?
I said he needs your love, and when your love's not there, he notices.
Exactly. Your love is my food. Keeps me going.
Literally.
Literally, it is literally my food. I'm drinking your love right now. Cheers.
Well, that's a statement.
Sometimes I take breaks from Twitch. Well, that's good. It's good to
Fine.
clear the head, clear the soul.
Where the fuck is the Blu-ray?
Well, glad to see you back.
All right.
Why do I have
Such a complex question? Someone asked me, put a comment on my X-Files Closer Look, where I compared the DVD set and the Blu-ray set. Said, is it true that they cropped the 4:3 episodes to 16:9? And it's like, that's actually a more complicated question than that. They didn't. The short answer is yes, but not in the way you're probably thinking. the first 2 seasons were filmed in 4:3, but kind of widescreen safe. So when they did the Blu-rays, they opened up the frame, so you actually get more information on the sides in that case, and some light cropping on the top. But it was done very carefully, like literally shot by shot. So in terms of overall image, you're actually getting more in the 16:9 frame in most shots, like 90% of the shots. Where they had to do more sort of, obvious cropping was for effects shots, because the effects shots were often done in 4:3. And they didn't have a 16:9 source for those, so they just cropped the existing shots as cleanly as they could. But I mean,
my butt clip on board.
Thank you. It's the the Xbox, or the Xbox, the X-Files was not a particularly effects-heavy show. It was more about the film stuff and the conspiracy, and about showing less. So when they do show you something, it's momentous. But so really, you're not missing anything significant, and the overall presentation looks far superior on the Blu-ray. From season 3 onward, it was actually filmed natively in 16:9. It wasn't broadcast natively in 16:9 until season 5, but it was filmed natively in 16:9 from season 3 onward. The only things that weren't, they were still doing some of the effects in 4:3. So you have no cropping at all in the non-effects footage from season 3 onward, and some cropping in some of the effects footage. Then season 5 onward, everything was 16:9 right across the board. So 5, 6, 7, 8,
I
9.
agree.
So 5 of the 9 seasons were done natively in 16:9.
Slightly more than half. I mean,
So it's the overall, I think the decision overall to do it the way they did it was a good one, and they did it well. So normally I'm against image alteration like that from the original source, but in this case they did it properly, and they did it, well, and actually went to the effort to give you more in the vast majority of the cases rather than less. So, yeah, it's a complex question. It's not just that they cropped stuff. They did a lot of work on that show, which is why the Blu-rays look so
No, you're
good.
wrong.
Huh?
No, you're wrong.
Uh-huh. So season...
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah. Yep.
Little man. I should get some clips from that Shut Up Little Man documentary. Though.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. Haven't heard that one for a while.
That was fucking perfect.
I salute with my left hand. Upside down. Ow! That's hurting my arm. Never mind.
Oh my god, you're such a goober.
I love how you
There.
overreact to pain.
Alright.
Oh, you think it's an overreaction? You haven't felt my pain. It's quite understated, actually.
You could have high sensitivity to pain, to be fair.
Not really. Actually, I have a pretty high
He
pain
wouldn't
threshold.
he wouldn't fucking know, because, he's
Yeah.
lived in that body his whole life.
Well, true.
Yeah.
But no, I actually have a pretty high threshold for pain. I just like to overreact for theatrical effect.
You're very theatrical, yes.
It just
Yes.
comes naturally to me to be a ham.
Why I do it? Come on.
Exactly. It's all about the entertainment. Let's laugh at his
Give me
pain.
attention. The things I want in order from you: attention, your money.
There you go. Exactly.
Or if I want to be your friend, your attention and your friendship.
And your money.
Nah, money. Friends don't really need to give me money. They just give me stuff when they want to give
Yeah,
me
I
stuff.
can't remember
Well,
what it
that's
was
true.
with the wire that made it widescreen safe, but I know that the people who worked on the new Blu-ray set of that, like,
The
were
X-Files.
the people who originally worked on the fucking show.
Yes.
So,
Yes. There's a few instances of stagehands or whatever, or crew members or whatever, being visible on the very edge for a few frames. But I mean, to be fair, they were remastering like 202 episodes. there's a few flubs bound to sneak in when you're doing that sheer volume of work.
Also,
So
of note, if they would have CGI'd out people, that would cause a different kind of hullabaloo.
yes,
Because then you're removing what was originally on the frame.
the
We want
frame,
whatever
yeah.
flaws and all.
yes. When
Yeah.
they did the remaster of The Wire, which was similarly done, where they did very careful reframing for 16:9, that they actually did
Wow.
they actually did that. They CGI'd out things, and we lost Skinslip.
Yeah. What happened?
Hi, other me down there.
Hi. I'm sure she'll be back soon.
I know. I'm sure
Who
she
knows what
will
happens.
too. Oh, here she comes. Walking down the street, singing diddy diddy dum diddy do. I just gotta move. No,
Diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do.
cast is being silly, I'm guessing. Okay, that's great. That's wonderful. Yeah, now with Buffy is an example of how not to do a high-def remaster of a 4:3 show. That one should have been left in 4:3 because the only way to make it 16:9 was to crop the shit out of it, and
They cropped it on all four sides.
They cropped it. Yeah, it's terrible. If you look at screenshots of that, it's an absolute travesty. Like, they cropped far more than they needed. So they just take this tiny little piece out of the 4:3 frame. It's like, what the hell are you doing? So
what were we saying? I accidentally hit the back button on my mouse.
Oh, okay.
I was moving my mouse out of the way and I bumped the button.
I've done that before.
What was I saying? What were we saying? We got fucking interrupted.
Things and stuff. Reasons.
Oh, right. I was gonna say, like, here, I'm such a stickler about leaving the original flaws in the film.
Oh, yeah.
That I went on my way to buy the Arrow release of Time Bandits over the Criterion release of Time Bandits. The Criterion release is the director's preferred version, which removes flaws such as duct tape flapping in the wind on one of the stage walls. Such a small thing, but it's such an important thing to me that I chose one of the Arrow release. Like, that was it.
It was there. Yeah, interesting. I like stuff like that too. Like, for example, I really liked the Blu-ray of Manos, The Hands of Fate.
I have that on Blu-ray.
It's wonderful because you have the painstakingly restored and remastered version, which is the best the movie's ever looked and the best it ever will look. But then in addition to that, as a bonus, they included the unrestored, straight-up scan of the original film with all the flaws and everything intact. Nothing changed.
What I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it the Grindhouse version.
Well, I mean, I want a restoration, but I don't want flaws removed. I need flaw. I want present because it was there when it was originally exhibited.
No, I get
want the movie to look on the first day it was shown to an audience. That's how. Well, maybe people don't. That's how I want it shown. Is that the first day, first theatrical?
Exactly. You know? Let's see. If there was wires visible when Superman was flying, leave them in.
Trust me. I mean,
that's how it would have been seen.
What movie was I fucking watching?
Yeah.
I was watching a movie with someone, and I was like, it's really painfully obvious the wire work done for a lot of this because it's high def and like old school blue screen, and like it's like the old school style where they just took some fucking some rubbing, not rubbing alcohol, fucking Vaseline to smudge the lines out. That's all we do. Yeah, you know.
They did that in Star Wars, actually, to hide the wheels under the land speeder.
That's the pink force field underneath the land speeder.
Well, Legally Blind Gamer, with Dark Shadows, I mean, there's literally no way to remove those flubs because they only were able to do one take. If you tried to cut around them, it would be like a YouTube video with jump cuts all over the place. It just wouldn't be possible.
Yeah. There's plenty of movies where there's accidentally a boom mic in the shot, and I want that back. I just want that there. So I can find that.
Well, Dark Shadows, it's hilarious because we've commented I don't know how many times. You know, they'll be in the middle of a dialogue scene, and you can hear like the crew moving around in the background and like scuffling their feet and muttering to each other. It's like, shut up, guys. They're filming.
I think, like 007 said, I think what I think is really interesting, really admirable, actually, is when they flood, they just keep going.
Yes, they do. I mean, they were all
They power
consummate
through it like it was like a
consummate professionals. And there have been a few big line flubs, and they just keep going. Like they just without breaking character for a second, you know? Yeah.
It feels real because you fuck up when you talk.
Yeah.
Just talk with your own memory. You fuck up. You're like, oh wait, hold on. What I meant was this, or like you go, oh blah, you say something bad, some word wrong, and you just pause, shake your head, and say it again, and just continue on. Like that's
there was one early on I remember. It was the character of Roger, where it was after he was in a car crash where his brakes failed and he skidded off the road into a tree, and he was talking about it. And it was supposed to say, I've gone down that road, so many times. I went about 100 feet down the road, and then the brakes failed. But he accidentally said 100 miles. He said, so I went 100 miles, 100 miles, felt like 100 miles, 100 feet down the road, and he just like...
I was there for that flub.
Yeah,
I remember that flub. That was a great one. I'm like, that's perfect. That's exactly what would happen if you fucked up.
Yeah, you just kind of... Like, what am I saying?
You fucking heard. We've all done that here on stream, in fact. Exactly like that, practically. Yeah. Oh, what am I saying? I meant blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels so much more realistic. It gives much more reality to it.
Well, the way people actually talk, yeah.
More weight to it, yeah. And yeah, stage actors do have to throw in improvisation, and stage actors. So I like to think that soap operas are like the like a fuzzy bridging point between stage acting and film acting, because not to insult anybody, and in case someone's insulted, but they shouldn't be, just the fact that it's like raw, live, and sometimes you gotta fucking flub and move on. Yeah, that's what I mean in that sense. Well, they have to practice their lines and
in that era, especially because they got so little money to do them, and so little time to do them. I think Iceman was looking up some behind the scenes stuff, and he said sometimes they would be filming a week's episodes literally the week before they were meant to air. So there was just no time at all to do anything more than what they absolutely had to do to get them done.
Unless it's a major fuck up, like someone flat face fall or like completely corpse in the middle of a scene, you gotta just move on.
Yeah.
Hell, I bet if we paid attention, we'd probably see someone fucking corpsing in a scene every now and then. We're focused on the wrong character when they're doing it.
There's one later on apparently that I can't wait until we get to it, where there's a couple characters, having a dialogue scene, and apparently the stage crew is making so much racket in the background that one of the actors turns to the director and says, "Can we stop tape, please?" And they didn't. They just kept on going. Oh my
god!
It's actually in the episode.
Oh my god!
They just kept going.
Have we seen that? Did I miss that episode?
It's quite. I'm not sure even where exactly it is. I just remember reading about it a while ago.
So it's way in there somewhere.
So it's way deep in there somewhere. But
damn,
that's
wild.
I will take note of the episode whenever we get to it.
That's how tight a budget that week's episode goes on. Like,
yeah, it's like just keep going. We'll reprimand the crew later.
Can we just stop and restart? No, continue.
Oh, no. But yeah, pretty crazy.
I'm trying to cut around that though in the cutting process.
There's
of
a lot of MPI Home Video, who actually owns the home video rights to Dark Shadows. They're the ones that put all the VHS and DVDs over the years. Did a compilation of sort of like all the best flubs from the series. So there's a DVD that has a compilation of all the best ones. So I'm sure that one's in there somewhere.
I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere also at this point.
Yeah, but definitely one I plan to pick up. There's a few compilations like that. There's some that do kind of summarizations of the popular storylines and stuff like that as well. Definitely ones I want to pick up at some point, but obviously not until we've watched the show. I might pick them up, but I won't watch them until after we watch them. But because obviously spoilers everywhere. But yeah, no, pretty good times. So
you just missed some insanity, Abel. That's all.
Yep, some insanity here on this Saturday night.
technically, we haven't even gotten to the news yet. You're still in InSaNiTy.
Actually, that's true. We usually were halfway through the news by now, but that's okay. We're having fun. We're hanging out.
Yep.
It's all good.
If I don't get to my pickup, if I don't get to my pickup at the guild, and you'll see him next week. Oh well.
There you go. And I don't have any. I should have at least a couple things next week. I haven't ordered very much this week.
Look, I gotta get up at 6 a.m. Okay. This
Yeah.
is the problem when you're like pursuing people on the East Coast and you live on the West Coast.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Schedules.
hey, it's like 9 a.m. They woke up just fine, bushy-tailed, bright-eyed. They went to bed at like in 9 p.m., like 9 p.m. or whatever.
Yes.
And their time, which is like fucking 8, 5, 8, 6, 7, around there. Like, fuck. It's like, all right, you gotta get up, gotta do it. You know?
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Yeah, just checking. And then what happens is we're done with several hours so Justin's even remotely available because he usually contacts me around 7.
Yeah.
And so I take a nap in the middle there. Otherwise, I'm dead to the world, and we don't get very late past midnight. Haven't been able to take a nap. That's when we're done by like midnight, 1 a.m. Like I'm done. I can't. I tap out.
All right, I'll be back in just a moment, and then I guess we should get into the news.
Fine.
Yeah, D-Large. Not everyone's a morning person, brah. I am, in fact, a night person.
Well, I think that maybe now would be a good time to mention some of the good Black Friday deals happening on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Which you can use. You can use Sean's Amazon Blacksmith thing to order these if you want them. So they have the Omen collection on Blu-ray for $30.25. That's a shot. That's Scream Factory.
I wish to support it.
$30.
Vinegar's gonna eat all my money.
And then the Critters collection is down to $24.95.
I already own it. I bought it for a 37. God damn it. 37 was a good deal, by the way.
Yeah.
$10 movie. Now that's like $7 a movie. That's so good. That's the
You
cost
got
I
a
bought
bunch
the
of-
fucking. You remember that 4-film DVD set with the just the four films in a single DVD set and their 2 flipper discs? That cost me $25 brand new back in the day. That bare ass edition. And Scream Factor's very good editions. Like I said, I like to give props when they do good work. It's $25. Get on that shit. It's so good.
Good
Sorry.
deal. Very good
As
deal.
you were saying, Dustin.
They have a bunch of $10 4K titles, including Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, It Chapter 2.
Oh.
Evil Dead 2 is $11.89.
Not the cheapest I've seen it, but not bad.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
How much?
Spider-Man Far From Home. All these are $10.
Oh, nice. Those are good. Good prices on Spider-Man for
Got
sure.
a bunch
Actually.
of good deals, yeah.
So, all right, he's back. We can go do other things now.
Yeah.
Yay!
We were talking about Black Friday deals on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
That
Cool.
people can use your Amazon
Yes.
Blacksmith to order.
Yep.
And those of you on YouTube, you'll find a link to my Amazons in the description. So thank you very much.
That's all we ever do for Sean anymore is just shill.
Shill.
I'm-
That's right.
I'm literally one of the 3 people who post the marathon at command in the chat. You know.
There you go. I appreciate that.
Oh, so there are a few criterions on here for under $20 too. Tunes of Glory is $16.17.
Mhm.
Don't know why. And then Hedwig and the Angry Inch is $16.79.
What? Oh my god!
It's crazy.
I gotta get that right now. It's like an amazing movie.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. So, from our New York news hound, Raptor Rivera, we got piles and piles of news. Let's see what we got. Official trailer for the next DC animated film, Batman, Soul of the Dragon. I think I'm an animated film behind. I might need to double check, make sure I'm up to date on
Or
those.
2.
Yeah.
There's Death in the Family out now also.
The which one? Oh, yeah, I need that one.
I think you're 2 behind them. At some
So
point.
I got the last one I got was Red Sun. So whatever came out since then, I'm behind.
I think there's more in there. God damn. Anyway, as you're saying.
Also, I don't have the movie version of Death of Superman. I just have the 2-parter.
I need the movie version too.
Yeah.
Me and my friend were supposed to watch it because that's where we're at in our stopping point. She only has the movie version. I had the 2-parter.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, so official trailer for the next DC animated film, Batman: Soul of the Dragon. In the 1970s, a missing teacher of martial arts is the subject of a quest by his devoted and brilliant but distant students, Lady Shiva, Bronze Tiger, and Richard Dragon, as well as Batman. Directed by Sam Liu, whose previous animated works include Batman: The Killing Joke, Batman: Gotham by Gaslight, as well as others. Excellent.
It's been done like 20 DC animated movies. He's like one of the main directors of the series. So the director. Yeah.
Official trailer for the Netflix original docu-series The Ripper, premiering December 16th. Investigators and witnesses recall the Yorkshire Ripper murders, which cast a dark shadow over the north of England in the late 1970s. This program was done by the same team who shot the documentary series Don't Fuck with Cats. Cool.
Oh,
That's
nice.
a great talk, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, don't fuck with cats.
Third trailer for the next DC live-action film, Wonder Woman 1984. Finally has a premiere date. The film will now premiere in select theaters and stream on HBO Max simultaneously in North America on December 25th. So, nice.
Fucking A, I know what I'm doing for Christmas.
Nice Christmas present for everybody. Official trailer for the dystopian sci-fi film Chaos Walking. In the not-too-distant future, Todd Hewitt, played by Tom Holland, discovers Viola, played by Daisy Ridley, a mysterious girl who crash lands on his planet where all the women have disappeared and men are afflicted by the noise, a force that puts all their thoughts on display. In this dangerous landscape, Viola's life is threatened, and as Todd vows to protect her, he will have to discover his own inner power and unlock the planet's dark secrets. Directed by Doug Liman, whose previous ventures include 2005's Mr. and Mrs. Smith and 2014's Edge of Tomorrow. The film was originally shot in 2017. Oh. Second trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League. The big difference between this trailer and the last, besides a few extra scenes of new footage, was the trailer being presented in black and white. No word yet if the final film will be released in the same format. So we might get a black and white version as well.
Interesting.
Official trailer for the Netflix original documentary series The Surgeon's Cut, premiering December 9th. They're philosophers, storytellers, and pioneers in their field. This 4-part program centers on 4 surgeons reflecting on their lives and professions in this inspiring docuseries.
Oh, nice.
Official trailer for the Prime Video original film One Night in Miami, premiering December 25th. A lot of stuff coming out on Christmas Day. A fictional account of one incredible night where icons Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, and Jim Brown gathered, discussing their roles in the civil rights movement and cultural upheaval of the 60s. Featuring the directorial debut of Emmy and Oscar-winning actor Regina King, who's famous for voicing Riley and Huey on The Boondocks. Cool.
I'm legit so stoked about that.
Yeah, sounds cool.
I do want to say, I like how like a bunch of these movies are coming out in black and white versions, which is leading to black and white being like having a resurgence finally.
Yeah.
People not treating it like dumb or
So when will there be a
unwatchable.
colorized version? Ugh, never.
My favorite part is like they think it's like boring, and like why do you think black and white's boring?
Yeah.
What part of that's boring?
Exactly.
I don't understand.
It's still
What makes
a compelling story with interesting characters. What matters? Who cares if it's in color or not? So my favorite movies are black and white movies.
I just damaged my brand new mat. That's neat. I lit it on fire and now there's
Oh, great.
a gray cinder mark in it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Part of its unique
I have one
character
brand new. I have one brand new still because they accidentally sent me 2 and I didn't tell them.
Oh, okay.
They're not going to.
Good. Now they know because they're totally watching.
Nope.
Official trailer for the HBO documentary The Bee Gees, How Can You Mend a Broken Heart, premiering December 12th. an exploration of the history of the Bee Gees, featuring revealing interviews with the oldest brother, Barry Gibb, and archival interviews with the late twin brothers, Robin and Maurice. Official trailer for the Disney Plus original film Godmothered, premiering December 4th. In a magical world known as the Motherland, a young fairy godmother in training named Eleanor, played by Gillian Bell, discovers that her profession as fairy godmother is in danger of ending. Determined to show that fairy godmothers are still needed, Eleanor tries to help a girl whose wish was ignored, only to discover that she grew into a woman named Mackenzie, played by Isla Fisher, who, having lost her husband years ago, grew disillusioned with the idea of a happily ever after. Directed by Sharon Maguire, who previously helmed 2001's Bridget Jones' Diaries. Oh, that actually sounds like it might be good. And
I'm with her. There's no such thing happily ever after.
Mm-hmm.
Real life's all a bunch of down endings.
Yep. Official teaser trailer for the Netflix original film We Can Be Heroes, premiering January 1st. When alien invaders kidnap Earth superheroes, their children must team up and learn to work together if they want to save their parents and the world. Produced, written, and directed by Robert Rodriguez, the film serves as a sequel to 2005's The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Oh, interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that
Rosie,
he's still making movies.
I know. Rosie really liked Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, actually. She watched it quite a few times when she was little. Official trailer for the Prime Video original series The Wilds, premiering December 11th. A group of teens must survive after a crash leaves them stranded. There's just one twist to this thrilling drama. These girls did not end up on this island by accident. Oh, interesting. Official trailer for the animation live-action hybrid film Tom and Jerry. Kayla, a young newly employed staff member, is tasked by the hotel manager, Mr. Dubrows, anyway, with planning the event and getting rid of Jerry. Kayla soon finds Tom and hires him to deal with his lifelong enemy, thus ending their truce and reigniting their never-ending fight. Co-starring Chloe Grace Moritz, Michael Pena, and voice acting legend Frank Welker doing the vocal effects of the title characters. Directed by Tim Story, who's previously directed the mid-2000s Fantastic Four duology as well as the Ride Along duology. Yeah, I watched that trailer. It actually looks like a lot of fun. I like what I saw.
To me, it looks like it could be bad. I hope it's not. But who knows? It's just
I watched the trailer. I have no opinion.
Stout and I had a discussion about it. He said the problem you had with it is the fact that they're treating the animated characters as if they just exist in this live-action world, as opposed to something like Roger Rabbit or Looney Tunes, where they are acknowledged as cartoons. And that was the major problem you had with it.
In general, when they take that approach, the film works a lot better, and it's a much better film overall.
Expectations.
And when they don't take that approach, generally speaking, again, they try to combine. Will you ever let me finish a thought? Jesus.
No. Okay, go.
When they don't take that approach, when they just have it like, animated characters are in the same world as real people, and there's no signification that they're in any way different or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it just, for whatever reason, those movies don't tend to do too well. They don't tend to be as good. So I think that probably has something to do with it. I don't know for sure if it does, but I know that generally speaking, usually those movies don't work as well. But
I mean, because
it could. I don't know.
In the case of something like Tom and Jerry, even in the fully animated shorts, the conceit is that it's the real world, that they are, a cat and mouse in the real world. It's just the real world is also animated like they are. In this case, I mean, I see no difference. It's the same thing. It's just the live action part of it is live action instead of animated. But otherwise, like in terms of what we saw of the sort of manic goings on of Tom trying to chase down Jerry and Jerry getting the better of him and stuff, it felt like the old cartoons to me.
It did. That is one thing I will say. Like, that's why I have at least a little hope for it, is because in the trailer, a lot of the gags you see are like classic Tom and Jerry gags.
Absolutely.
There are a few that are like clearly playing up to a more modern audience,
Of
but
course. Of course.
most of them were just classic
Yeah. So
gags.
I'll definitely give it a chance because I love Tom and Jerry. I used to watch the old cartoons all the time. Longtime YouTube viewer, It's Frank, sent me piles of the movies that the direct to video movies that they've done over the years and stuff like that. So I've got a pretty sizable Tom and Jerry collection over here, and I will definitely check this one out. So we shall see. I don't know. I remember you saying that Sonic the Hedgehog looked really bad, and then you ended up liking that one. So you know.
I never saw it yet. But,
okay.
They did make significant changes to the character.
They did.
And I said it looked bad. So.
But yeah. So well, anyway, I haven't seen it yet either, but I've heard it's great. Everybody I've talked to has seen it. Said, "Wow, that was surprisingly good."
I have heard people say it may, in fact, be the best movie based on a video game.
Wow, really? Interesting. Yeah. Well, I definitely need to watch that. Maybe I'll watch that this week.
We should watch it together. I have it.
Okay. Rosie saw it. She said it was really good. She liked it. So, okay, so that's it for trailers. In movie TV news, Disney has confirmed that they will move forward with a third Deadpool film, hiring sisters Wendy Molyneux and Lizzie Molyneux Laughlin to write the script. Or Loughlin? Yeah. Anyway, the duo are best known for writing on multiple seasons of Bob's Burgers. Writer meetings have been taking place over the past month, with Reynolds recently meeting with a handful of writers to hear their pitches for the next installment. In the end, the studio and Reynolds saw... Yes, tea Earl Grey, very nice. In the end, the studio and Reynolds saw the sisters' take as the perfect fit for what they wanted. The film remains in early development, but the hiring of the Molyneux sisters does mark the first major step in getting the next Deadpool film into production. Excellent. Good stuff. Look forward to it. Love the first two. Speaking of Disney, a fifth entry in the Predator franchise is in development, with Dan Trachtenberg being tapped as director. He's previously helmed the pilot episode of Amazon's The Boys, as well as 2016's 10 Cloverfield Lane. Patrick Asen, whose television credits include the series Kingdom, Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, and Treadstone, has been hired to write the script. Cool. I still haven't seen the latest one. The Predator, I think it was. I saw Predators. I liked Predators. The CW is developing a Wonder Girl series based on the DC characters created by Joelle Jones and Greg Berlanti on board as executive producer. The prospective one-hour drama revolves around Yara Flor, a Latina dreamer who was born of an Amazonian warrior and a Brazilian river god. She learns that she is Wonder Girl with her newfound power, and with her newfound power must fight the evil forces that would seek to destroy the world. Cool. Speaking of DC, CW's Black Lightning is getting a spin-off, with the network developing a backdoor pilot around the character Painkiller. The news comes after it was announced Black Lightning would be ending after its fourth season in February 2021. Khalil Payne, a man ridden with the guilt of his troubled past from his former life in Freeland City, where, as a super-enhanced killing machine known as Painkiller. One more story on DC. A sequel to the 2005 comic book film Constantine is reportedly in the works. In a post on Instagram, actor Peter Stormare, who played Lucifer Morningstar in the film, simply posted the words, "sequel in the works," with an image of the first film. Ah, interesting. Author Grady Hendrix' forthcoming horror novel, The Final Girl Support Group, is being adapted as a series. Co-creators of ABC's The Fix, Elizabeth Craft, and Sarah Fain are set to pen the adaptation. The synopsis is as follows. The women in the Final Girl Support Group have been in therapy together for decades. Ever since one that was attacked by a cannibal family in Texas, by a machete-wielding maniac at summer camp, by an older brother who returned to settle scores on Halloween, by a lunatic who allegedly entered their dreams. These are the middle-aged survivors of the real-life crimes the slasher movies are based on. Some of them are addicts, some are in denial, and some have become motivational speakers. And now the final girls are mysteriously dying. one by one. Ooh, that sounds like fun. I'll definitely want to check that out. HBO has officially given a series order to The Last of Us, the adaptation of the PlayStation video game. Yeah, originally it was just greenlit for a pilot, but they apparently greenlit it straight to series, I guess, after seeing how it was going. The adaptation of the PlayStation video game from Chernobyl creator Craig Mazin, game creator Neil Druckmann, and Game of Thrones executive producer Carolyn Strauss. Wow, what a lot of credentials there. Holy shit. The series is a co-production with Sony Pictures Television in association with PlayStation Productions, Word Games, and Naughty Dog. The network didn't reveal how many episodes have been commissioned. Bruce Campbell, Devon Sawa, and Michael Jai White have joined the cast of director Casey Tebow's Black Friday. Set on the busiest shopping night of the year, Black Friday, the story follows a group of disgruntled toy store employees who have to defend themselves from legions of holiday shoppers when a mysterious alien parasite sends them on a murderous rampage.
I mean,
that sounds
you
like
had
fun.
me at Bruce Campbell, but then you double had me at Devon Sawa because I haven't seen him in anything in a long fucking time.
Yes.
And I'm a big fan of Final Destination. So
yes. I think I follow him on Twitter, actually. Speaking of Twitter. Scottish filmmaker Lynn Ramsay has been tapped to direct The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, the film adaptation of the 1999 psychological horror novel by Stephen King. Ramsay, who wrote and directed the Joaquin Phoenix starring drama You Were Never Really Here, also penned the screenplay for The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon with Christy Hall. The story centers on 12-year-old Tricia McFarland, who strays from the path while she and her recently divorced mother and brother take a hike along a branch of the Appalachian Trail. Lost for days, wandering farther and farther astray, Tricia has only her portable radio for comfort. A huge fan of Tom Gordon, a Boston Red Sox relief pitcher, she listens to baseball games and fantasizes that her hero will save her. Nature isn't her only adversary, though. Something dangerous may be tracking Tricia through the dark woods.
Tom Gordon also had the nickname Flash Gordon, so I wonder how that would.
Okay. Filmmaker Stephen Capel Jr. is in final negotiations to direct a future Transformers film. The director previously helmed 2018's Creed 2. Oh, that's interesting. Joby Harold, writer of Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, will pen the script.
Oh yeah, Army of the Dead's supposed to come out eventually.
Cool.
The sequel to Dawn of the Dead.
Shudder has bought the streaming rights to the horror period drama The Reckoning. Directed by Neil Marshall, Marshall's period drama is set against the backdrop of England's Great Plague and subsequent witch hunts. Meanwhile, a young widow haunted by the recent suicide of her husband is falsely accused of being a witch. Well, you had me at Neil Marshall. Jeff Fowler, director of Sonic the Hedgehog, which we were just talking about, and Chris Bremner, who co-wrote Bad Boys for Life, are teaming up for a brand new Pink Panther feature project. While plot details are being kept in a vault, the story will focus on a smooth-operating inspector who, thanks to a traumatic event, now has a Pink Panther for an imaginary friend. Oh, that's a very different take on it. The latter, although he doesn't speak, does help solve the case. Cool. So it's like Happy, but the Pink Panther. In what will no doubt be the strangest news article in Cram News history, storied filmmaker Spike Lee has announced his new project, a musical on Viagra. Okay. The film is based on a 2018 Esquire article headlined "All Rise," which chronicled the discovery and marketing of the drug called sildenafil citrate. Okay.
Viagra is so much easier to say.
Yes, it is. Boner pills.
Dick pills is what to say.
Dick pills, yeah. The 5th installment of the Scream franchise wrapped filming this week and has an official title, Scream.
That's so dumb. I hate that they do that.
Yeah, why not Scream 5?
I know it's probably meta, because since a lot of the fourth movie thing. Then they like the fourth movie. They just give it the regular title usually.
True. Yeah.
Like they keep doing that. I'm sure there's a meta reason for
yeah,
that, right?
that's entirely
This should be the
possible.
fifth
Yeah.
movie then.
Yeah. I
It
bet.
should be a fucking Scream with a 5 for the S. For God's sakes, it's so easy. It writes
Right?
itself.
Right? They did.
And the bottom of the S, by the way, the bottom of the S turned into a fucking knife, and it should be the fucking knife.
There you go.
Okay, come on.
Yeah. But you're right. It's probably a very meta reason because it's Scream.
I'm sure.
So
Because the Final Destination and
the Final
fucking
Destination,
Saw
Rocky
and fucking whatever
Balboa,
else.
and yeah,
Yeah, Rambo and
the Predator.
Predators. I mean,
And
come on.
Predators.
Like, oh, it's got an S.
This is
Oh
like
no.
Aliens. Yeah.
The Thing.
Yeah, The Thing, just being called The Thing.
Mhm.
Anyway, Scream, mirroring previous franchises like Halloween 1978 and Halloween 2018. That's basically just what we talked about. Sadly, due to health reasons, legendary actor Michael J. Fox has announced his retirement from acting. In his latest book, No Time Like the Future, he writes, "The nascent diminishment in my ability to download words and repeat them verbatim is just the latest ripple in the pond. There is a time for everything, and my time of putting in a 12-hour workday and memorizing 7 pages of dialogue is best left behind me," he writes in his book, at least for now.
I mean, I thought he retired a long time ago when he first got the
Parkinson's?
prognosis, because he was out of acting for a while. So, like, did he come back and like
He did.
at a permanent basis for a while there?
No, he never officially left, but he wasn't working as
Did
much.
he? I thought he fucking retired back then.
He
I was
actually
like, shit.
did do a sitcom. I forget what it was
Did he?
called, but he did a sitcom where his character had Parkinson's, so they just worked it
Well,
into
that's
the
smart.
into the
Then if he's
story.
having problems, you can
Exactly.
just say, well,
Yeah.
right into the fucking scene.
Just
Let's
work
go.
with it, exactly. Yeah. After 15 seasons and 327 episodes, gee, what could this possibly be? The CW Supernatural held its series finale this week. That's right, it is over. It's done. It's
Cool.
finished.
Eventually, I'm sure I'll get around to watching the seasons
Yes. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some kind of reunion special or movie or something at some point, but it's basically done.
I'd be shocked if there wasn't like
It's
a
basically
couple
done.
movies on the
Yeah,
way
I'm
at
sure
some
they'll
point.
do something. But for now, it's done. In
So
cast,
shut up, JL.
Oh my god.
In casting news, Robert Patrick, the T-1000 himself, will join the extended 10th season of AMC's The Walking Dead. Ooh, now I could totally see him in that world.
Oh, he joins another series that he fucking immediately kills. What?
Yeah,
No,
what?
I'm kidding.
Well, it was
X-Files,
already
he joined last
done,
two
but
seasons.
yeah.
Yeah.
Season 10 will be receiving 6 additional episodes. Horror icon Robert Englund, meanwhile, has been cast in the 4th season of Netflix's Stranger Things. Yeah, that news just broke the other day. Englund will play Victor Creel, a disturbed and intimidating man who is imprisoned in a psychiatric hospital for a gruesome murder in the 1950s.
What?
Raptors note, so Robert Englund is in a series where one of the main characters is named Nancy. I see what you did there, creators.
Victor Creel. Oh, I'm thinking Carl Creel from Marvel. That's the Absorbing Man. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Carl Creel. I bet you it's Victor Von Doom and Carl Creel combined. Victor Creel. Hey, look, we made a reference.
There you go. Entirely.
By the way,
possible.
I was just crossing the wire like Creel.
Well, and funny enough, in some of the early Hulk issues I just read recently, featured the return of the Absorbing Man, 'cause he had been away for a little while.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Let's see here. In home video news, Second Sight released a 7-disc box set of George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead this week and is already receiving rave reviews. Region B locked, by the way, for those who don't have Region B players like me. But yeah, apparently it's an amazing set. It has all 3 cuts of the movie and shit tons of extras. So
I should have that by next week.
oh, you got it, eh? Cool.
Fuck you.
Nice. All right.
Fuck you, Stab. That's all I have to say about that.
In streaming news, the following were released on their respective streaming services this week. The Lego Star Wars Holiday Special premiered on Disney Plus. I actually really want to see that.
Oh, it's already out? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
The revival
That's cool.
series of Animaniacs premiered on Hulu. Also really want to see that. And finally, Alien Xmas, a stop-motion adaptation of the book by the same name by the Chiodo brothers, premiered on Netflix. Cool. Video game news. What's on the screen this week, Eric? Please tell me it's more Crazy Taxi.
Eric just wasn't feeling up. Eric wasn't tired. What was the word I'm looking for? I just crashed my words.
Wait.
Eric was tired.
Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
fine. We already covered that earlier. But
Probably
yeah, he's
work.
just not with us this week. We wish him well and hope to see him again soon.
Yeah. He'll be back next week, probably.
All right. Finally, in memoriam, we lost a few people this week. We lost Bobby Brown Jr., the son of hip-hop and R&B icon Bobby Brown. Lost Herbert F. Solau, American motion picture and television executive, screenwriter, motion picture and television producer, director, and talent agent. In 1964, he joined Desilu Studios and was appointed vice president of production in 1964. Solau oversaw the development, sales, and production of Star Trek, Mission Impossible, and Mannix. Herbert made it to the ripe old age of 89. We also lost Jan Morris, Welsh historian, author, and travel writer with a 64-year career between 1956 and 2020. She was known particularly for the Pax Britannica trilogy, 1968 to 1978, a history of the British Empire, and for portraits of cities including Oxford, Venice, Trieste, Hong Kong, and New York City. She published under her birth name until 1972, when she had gender reassignment surgery after transitioning from male to female. Morris detailed her transition in Conundrum from 1974, her first book under her new name, and one of the first autobiographies to discuss a personal gender reassignment. Jan made it to the ripe old age of 94. Wow, that's awesome. Ben Watkins, former contestant on the 6th season of Master Chef Junior and a fan favorite who placed in the top 18 when he competed in 2018 at just the age of 11. Oh, wow. So young.
Oh, wow.
So sad.
Damn.
And finally, Kirby Morrow, Canadian actor, voice actor, writer, and comedian with a near 3-decade-long career between 1993 and 2020. On camera, he was known for the recurring role of Captain Dave Kleinman from Stargate Atlantis, and was also the voice of Michelangelo on Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. In animation, Muro voiced the likes of Goku in Ocean's dub of Dragon Ball Z, Miroku from Inuyasha, Cyclops from X-Men Evolution, Cole from Lego Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu, and many others. Wow.
How old was he?
Doesn't say, actually.
Oh.
Can't have been that old.
I thought
He was young.
Yeah.
He was
I thought
young.
he was
Yeah.
pretty young, yeah.
I think he was in his 40s or 50s, like 47. Thank you. Yeah, remember. Yeah,
47. Wow.
like
Jeez,
that. He's
that's
pretty young too.
It's always
younger
sad
than
when
me.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all the news that's fit to geek this week, ladies and gentlemen. We have no idea what happened in the world of video game news this week. Games happened.
No, not much.
All right. Cool.
Just the whole continuing bungling of the release of consoles and people being upset because they can't get theirs.
Oh, yeah.
And
Amazon scalpers selling them for thousands of dollars.
yeah,
Fucking scumbags.
Can't afford
I
the
did-
Switch now because they're now out of stock and I can't afford them again.
Yeah.
I did think it was kind of funny to see like a tweet from somebody saying like, maybe leave some for people who are going to get them for their kids for Christmas,
Oh.
so that they have a happy Christmas instead
yeah.
of being a selfish adult. And I'm just like, well,
Yeah, I know.
they don't need it this year anyway. It's just nothing new on these fucking consoles.
Yeah. There's a
I mean,
few things.
okay,
Oh,
technically
God, please,
new
God.
Demon Souls. It's like, yes, Demon Souls was the
Thanks,
remake
JL.
was produced by the Demon Souls remake was produced by another company, and it's a little bit different, but
Yeah.
it is in fact a remake
Yeah.
of a game that came out on
It's
PS3.
essentially
And
the
if you
original
really
game.
by the
want
way.
to play it,
Yeah.
you can
Looks
still
really
play
pretty.
it on PS3.
Yeah. Also, Iceman says apparently there is a prison map coming to Phasmophobia, so a new big location for us to get scared in. That'd be cool. Stewie
yeah.
says that EA is giving out free content. Oh, hold on.
Content.
Thank you, Chelsea. EA is apparently giving out free content for Star Wars Squadrons. And he says the end is coming if EA is going to give out something for free without a microtransaction and live system. Yeah, well, I don't know. Oh, okay. Major Motoko says Bluepoint made Demon Souls, who also made Shadow of the Colossus on PS4. Okay, well, we know how gorgeous their remakes can be then. So.
Oh, this is a really nice looking remake.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like, yes,
Yeah.
the games that are currently out for these consoles look very nice, and they prove the point that they are better consoles.
Mm-hmm.
However, for the most part, these games are all games that you can play elsewhere on other consoles if you really want to play them. There's nothing like exclusive.
If you
like
play,
you have to have this now to play it.
Yes, if you play Fortnite on PS5 or Xbox, the new Xbox, you get full ray tracing for all the lighting and shadows and stuff. So when you pass by like a reflective surface, it won't just be like a fuzzy, blurry reflection. It'll actually be a full-on reflection of the world behind you and your character and everything. So pretty cool. I saw some like side-by-sides of with and without ray tracing, and it's quite a impressive difference, actually.
Yeah, that actually, Major Motoko points out one that is actually like you can only play it on the PS5. The Astro's Playroom.
There you go.
It's free. It comes with the PS5.
So there's your reason to drop $500 on the PS5 for Astro's Playroom.
Even if you consider that to be a cool game, and I do think it looks pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's just like
time waster.
Your kids can wait another fucking year if that's what it takes.
Yeah, and there'll be more games.
It's not that important for you to get for them to get the first version of the fucking console the second it comes out for Christmas.
I know, early
adopters. You can think of other gifts to get them for Christmas.
And hi, Michelle. Glad you're feeling better. Welcome to the party.
Yay, hi, Michelle.
Hope all is well in Michelle land. Yeah, so I mean, obviously I plan to get one at some point, but I'm not in any huge rush, mainly for the reasons we just stated. There's just not a lot of games out right now. The few that are look great, but not enough to be system sellers for me. It's basically we got remasters and a new Spider-Man story. That's pretty much it.
Which I'm pretty sure you can play the new Spider-Man story on
PS4.
I think you can play it on PS4. So, well, there you go. See?
You buy it on PS4, you get a free PS3 copy of it. So you no reason not to just buy it on PS4.
If you buy it on PS5, you get a free PS4 copy. Yeah.
Sackboy, that's the other one. Yeah.
Oh, Sackboy. Yeah. That's good. Which is also on PS4. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and Iceman's saying, then there's the Slim and Pro versions. And the Pro versions are upgrades, normally bigger drive and other things. Yeah, so it's entirely possible a year from now we might get a PS5 Pro, which will have some additional features, maybe bigger hard drive,
of course it will.
Slightly faster.
They want more money.
Yeah. Like, that's what I waited. I wasn't consciously waiting for a Pro version. I just waited, and when I was in the market to get a PS4, they had the Pro version. So I was like, yeah, I'll get that. It sounds a little better. I'll do that. And put an SSD drive in it, and it'll be even better. And that's what I did.
I still don't have a PS4.
No.
Points out here, new Ratchet and Clank will be only on PS5. Yes, but I'm pretty sure that game is coming out in April or something like that.
What? Demon's Souls?
Time.
The new Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, yeah.
It's not gonna come out right away.
Sorry, Legally My Gamer was saying the online features of the PS3 Demon's Souls is no longer active, so if you want to play online, you need to play on PS5. I don't care.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of a single-player game, though?
Yeah, no, you can get help on battles and stuff.
Oh,
they had a thing where you get to recruit friends to help you with battles and stuff. It's actually really cool.
Okay.
So it's like a co-op thing.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Well, I mean, but it's like essentially it's a Souls game, right?
Yeah.
So most people play it for single player, right?
Well, Yeah.
not crazy here.
Well, yeah, of course.
Crazy.
Well, of course
I'm-
it is,
I'm
FM.
totally crazy.
The march of technology never stops. I mean, I don't understand comments like that. Like, what is the point of even mentioning that? Of course, technology will continue to evolve and change. There will be new models right around the corner. That is how it
Well, more
works.
capitalism.
It is a business. And also, well, not just capitalism, just the evolution of technology. So, I mean, of course it's going to keep changing and improving. I mean, that's the way it works. You know, look at graphics cards, look at computers. I mean, they're constantly getting faster, smaller, more efficient. It's the same with consoles. You know, I mean, it is what it is. So, I mean, you can either. I saw the same arguments when Blu-ray came out. It's like, oh, you know, you spend all this time upgrading from DVD to Blu-ray, and then there'll be another format, and then there'll be another format. It's like, yes, and so you can wait.
I'm still here on Blu-ray.
So you can wait forever for technology to stop evolving and never enjoy anything, or you can just get whatever the current technology is and enjoy that, and then upgrade what you want when you want later. It's the same thing with any technology. Upgrade when you want to, and get what you want when you want it. You know, you can enjoy today's technology today, or wait and enjoy it tomorrow. You know, who cares?
I'm not paying $500 for a Switch. That's dumb.
No, that's ridiculous.
Is it?
But I mean, I'd pay $500 for a PS5. I think that's perfectly reasonable, especially considering how powerful it is compared
That's retail.
to the PS4. Huh?
Yeah.
That's my problem. That's retail.
Yeah.
The Switch isn't retail at $500. That's why I hate the fact it's $500.
No.
It goes for like $350.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Bullshit. Fucking scalpers, man.
You're welcome, FM. Cherish it. Mark that day on your calendar. The day I made Z-Man rant. Yeah. What? $500 for that tiny fucker? What? Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
For
Well,
the
I mean,
Switch.
Oh, for the Switch. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Not for the
thing
not
with the
not for the
pocket
light,
what?
not for the light, like the
Yeah.
standalone Switch. The light you can still get for $220, no problem.
Yeah.
Like you fucking stream with that thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Major Tug. I'm just wondering how my PC will handle it. I have a GTX 1060, and they're saying they recommended GTX 2070 for it. I'm like, oh shit. The days of ultra settings are starting to go away. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, the light's 200. Like I can't use the light to stream. There's no video out.
No, you need the main one. Yeah. Are you asking me, FM? Possibly. I'd like to. I mean, I love Nintendo games. I grew up playing a lot of Nintendo games. And thank you, Killbot, by the way, for the Unicorn Boner love. I would love to. It's just a matter of, you know, having the money. I mean, PlayStation is a format that I'm invested, or a console series that I'm invested in because I have a lot of games for it. I like the exclusives, and also the the Blu-ray player and stuff like that. It's my main Blu-ray player. But with the Switch, it would be So for me, the decision was it's essentially a set-top box that is multifunction and has a lot of functions that I want in the one box. So it just seemed like the more logical investment. Yeah.
I haven't opened my fucking copy of Animal Crossing because motherfucker, I don't have a console yet.
Whereas with a Switch or whatever the current Nintendo system is at the time, it's strictly about the games and not about having a multifunction box. So for me, it was about kind of efficiency and killing two birds with one stone.
Also, DVD players and Blu-ray players at the time, or Blu-ray players at the time, were just very expensive. So like buying a PlayStation 3.
And also a lot of them were very slow.
4K,
and also a lot of them were very slow. Whereas the PS3 tended to handle the the BD Java and menu functions quite quickly and efficiently. It would just load faster.
You mean the Sony first-party device played the proprietary disc perfectly fine?
Not
wow, I'm shocked.
strictly Sony, but anyway, yeah.
I know, you know what I mean.
Yes. And thank you, Starscream, for the derpy snowman love. So I have no
so
pickups this week. I do have a few things on their way. I don't know when they're going to arrive. Some should arrive next week. I don't have a lot of stuff coming right now. I actually canceled a lot of pre-orders because I'm getting new shelves specifically for the horror section. I'm actually moving the horror section over to the dungeon and reorganizing it. So, huh?
I said I wish I had space to do something like that.
Yeah, so it should be pretty cool. There will be a drunken shelf building and reorganization stream. So those of you who enjoy such things, feel free to stop by on Twitch. Should be arriving on Thursday, according to Amazon. So hopefully we can do that Thursday. Thursday's also our Dark Shadows day, so it'll likely be we'll watch Dark Shadows and then we'll do drunken shelf building. If it's
you should take a drink every time there's a flub.
Oh God, no.
You might actually die. Actually, don't. Some episodes there's a lot of flubs in some episodes.
Yeah, yes, that's true.
4 shots deep on episode 2. You're like, no, I'm done.
I'm done. We got 12 episodes to go still. Fuck.
I'll see you on the shelf rolling when I'm drinking again.
Mario's here.
Thanks, Wolfden. Yeah, so anyway, so that should be fun. That'll be sometime next week. Hopefully Thursday when it arrives. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so going to reorganize the horror section. It's just kind of outgrown. It's on one of the bigger shelves now, and it's outgrown it because I've just added so much to it this past year or so. So it's time to do another reorganization and stuff like that. So should be fun. Other than that, I got a couple of movies on the way. Not much. Like I said, I canceled a bunch of pre-orders to sort of adjust the budget for the shelves. Probably gonna have to cancel a couple more. I don't know. We'll see how the rest of the month goes.
I had to cancel a whole bunch of pre-orders.
Yeah. Oh,
like
well.
a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Including the goddamn Barbarians on Blu-ray.
Oh
really
no! Was that the Barbarian
December
Brothers?
1st. Yes.
Oh no!
December 1st. I'm still gonna probably be able to get it. I can't pre-order it because I can't guarantee I'm gonna get it on the 1st. I'm gonna have to wait till like the 25th, and I got a gift card or something. Like, oh, finally I can buy this fucking movie. But I'm gonna get it. Don't get me wrong.
Thanks, Michelle. I'm glad you sometimes get girly and think I'm gorgeous.
Aww.
I'm pretty sure she wasn't talking about me. But anyway.
I know.
So what pickups did you guys get?
I got 6 items.
6 items.
7.
7 items. Well, let's do Skinslip first, because, why not?
Oh, rude.
Ladies first. There you go.
Okay, so the first up, I back in July. I was like June, July, August. At the end of July, beginning of August, there was an order on the Key.company, which is this website that does like a group buys for keyboard stuff, for this really cool boba shop themed mouse pad. I didn't realize it was this big, but I'm going to show you. It's on my desk now. It came in. It was a month late. Came at the end of October, but then it got pushed back actually to early November. So I got it like a week ago. Mm-hmm. But there it is. And it's, by the way, it goes all the way up past here. It's like all the way back here.
Oh, it's like a full mat. That's cool.
See, it's all the way back here. Yeah.
Neat.
It's just for my, now I wish I had it just for my mouse.
Yeah.
Because like, when I'm playing a first-person shooter, I want to. This is when you aim, you're like, whoosh, I actually move this stuff, but I mean, like,
yeah.
You move around like this, like.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Low DPI, and you move your mouse a lot.
Way better than just a regular pad for sure. Going off the edge all the time.
Well, having a low DPI with a big pad means when I'm wanting to do minute movements for like a sniping, I just have to barely move my hand now.
Yeah.
So it's like I have a lot more control. Okay, so so they sent me. I bought one of them. It's supposed to be. I bought it for my birthday, like to get it because it's gonna still come in on September, but it got pushed back to October, and then it actually got pushed back to November. So I got it finally.
Yeah.
So here I got it. They sent me a second one by mistake. Like I only ordered one. They sent me 2.
Okay.
All right, so I gotta get this condom off of it.
Oh.
Here it is, nice and clean.
Oh, very nice.
Fucking giant.
That's
I have no idea what it says.
No.
My friend says one of the words it says boba, but you see like on this side there's a straw, like little boba bowls.
Oh, okay.
But I just love the color.
Like the bubble tea. Gotcha.
Bubble tea,
Yeah.
same thing.
I kept thinking Boba Fett every time you said boba.
No.
Boba Fett loves bubble tea.
So yeah,
Starkin does not apparently.
let me get this wrapped up here.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
You gotta get the condom back on it.
Keep it safe. Protect it.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna this other one's being used, and then I'm gonna save this for. So the thing is, these things are all very limited, and
Yeah.
so like, my options run out. Where I can keep this, so when I get my second streaming rig, I have matching pads, which is kind of cool actually.
Mm-hmm.
Or what's probably likely gonna happen in about 6 to 12 months, I can probably trade this for something else I want from a T company fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because there's a whole subculture to the stuff, and so like. I could trade for something really nice because this could be worth a lot of money in 6 months.
Yeah.
Or to a year. It's
That's true. Yeah.
Go in the closet as an extra.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Sure.
but I
Cool.
like this. This is a really nice mat, and I washed it.
Yeah.
I just washed my old mat to have.
Looks good. Yeah.
All right, Blu-rays. Oh, I gotta fix my camera real quick. Sorry. All right. First up, I got I'm gonna cover the thing. It's covered in the picture, but I'm gonna cover it just in case. Cause I don't know about Twitch's like real
Okay.
QS on this stuff. I
Uh-huh.
got Osamu Tezuka's Cleopatra.
Cleopatra.
It's part of a trilogy. There's
Mhm.
Cleopatra, 1001 Nights, and Belladonna of Sadness. And there are 3 films that Osamu Tezuka. Oh, by the way, this is censored here. Like she has her hands covering her boobs on the front and back of the case,
Mm-hmm.
but the underneath the slipcover is the unrated, uncensored. There's nipples and shit, y'all.
Okay. Excellent.
Yes.
I like nipples.
So there's a trilogy of movies that Osamu Tezuka worked on. He worked on the first 2, started working on the third one, but then like left to do whatever Osamu Tezuka did at that point in his life. So he did the first 2 movies, which are 1001 Nights and Cleopatra, and they're like erotic films. They're anime,
Mm-hmm.
and then Belladonna of Sadness, which is like probably the most famous of the 3, actually. So when he only started working on, but left at some point during the production of.
Hmm.
And Belladonna of Sadness is so good. Oh my god, it's the Anime-Rama. Thank you, Anime-Rama trilogy. And that's from Discotech. They released that with a slipcover. And I
Okay.
think
Cool.
Kino released 1001 Nights. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
I'm a triple feature with 1001 Nights and then Belladonna of Sadness since it's a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Next,
Cool.
my lady friend who I watch movies with on Sundays hasn't seen this movie, so it was like, I don't own it. It's been like, I don't know, maybe a decade since I've seen the movie. All right, it's in the Criterion collection. Criterion sale was going on, so Amazon was price matching. Plus, I got a coupon for $3 off.
Perfect.
So it ended up being like, for like $16.99, I got the Night of the Hunter.
Ah, that's
price, by the way.
That's one I really need to get.
One of the little instant coupons when you click on the thing on the cart, it takes
Mhm.
The one
Ooh,
and
nice.
only film directed by Charles Lawton.
which is a fucking shame.
I know.
This movie was I want to say lauded, but that's not the right word.
Panned.
It was panned super
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah.
like super bad, and because of it, he never directed a film again.
Yeah.
It like as an artist, you can be really sensitive. He was very
Yeah.
sensitive as an artist.
Absolutely.
They fucking destroyed his confidence in filmmaking.
Yeah.
They destroyed his ability, the confidence in producers into giving him projects to filmmake, which is bullshit. Because
Yeah.
this is a literal masterpiece.
Yeah.
I
really wish he could see how beloved it is now. You know.
I wish he'd had yes, I wish.
Yeah.
If you love horror movies, you really owe it to yourself to see this movie because
Yeah.
so much of the things, so many shots, so many little references you don't even realize are references to this movie.
Yeah.
There's just
Very
oh,
influential. Yeah.
And the love and hate speech is like iconic, so iconic that's referenced in Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
Their own love and hate speech in a similar way. Southern Gothic. Yeah, I think it's one of the early Southern Gothic films, actually. Yeah. Next, I got a pair of VSA titles, which are Vinegar Syndrome Archive titles, which are limited edition to 4,000 pieces. Sorry. I haven't missed a single one yet. And Black Friday, I was gonna be 2 more titles left to buy. So first up, I got Spellcaster.
Ooh.
Here's the alternate cover. These are done in VHS style slip boxes.
Okay, right.
This is one of the series of Castle films made in the 80s by the notorious exploitation producer Charles Band.
Okay.
Raphael Zelinsky's Spellcaster is a creature effect-filled supernatural horror film starring 1980s new wave music icon Adam Ant. Legendary 80s radio personality Richard Blade, along with Gail O'Grady, and photographed by Fulci's regular DP Sergio Salvati. He did the Beyond and the Zombie and a few other titles. So yeah, 2K mastered. This I can't wait to see this. Looks like fun. Watched the trailer for both of these when I got them in. I was gonna buy them anyway because the VSA titles are a favorite of mine.
Very
Next,
nice.
we got Necromancer.
Necromancer.
I remember seeing this cover on VHS. 1000%. I remember this cover. I saw that. I was like, hey, it's that movie. I've never seen it.
Very cool.
So this is a supernatural take on the rape and revenge story. Dusty Nelson's, who did Effects, which is another movie I really like and I own. Necromancer was written by William Nod and features a supporting performance from Russ Tamblyn.
Oh.
And colorfully photographed and oozing with late 80s B-movie charm, Vinegar Syndromes presents Necromancer for the first time in 4K from 30 to 35 millimeter negative.
Russ Tamblyn was in a bunch of Al Adamson's biker gang movies.
Fuck yes, he was.
And he was also in, of course, West Side Story with Richard Beymer, and then both of them were in Twin Peaks.
Yep. Next, last but not least, I shouldn't have bought this, but the price was right. The Fly Collection. I now also own the Fly Collection.
I need to get that.
You need to get this.
Yeah, that's the next one I need. Yeah, gorgeous. I love that they put the whole damn franchise. That and the Omen collection, great.
Still not as good as the Arrow box set.
Honestly, it's close. It's just
getting there.
I like the map.
I will be 100%. This is up to snuff with their Nightbreed box.
It's better than, I'll tell you what. One thing, it's better than their Amityville horror box, which is just
a piece of cardboard,
flimsy piece of shit. Yeah.
My point is this is back to the year one Scream Factory though. Yeah. This is what I wanted.
Yeah.
I'm good with this.
Yeah.
Not as good as Arrow, but we're back to good quality, and I'm happy with this. I'm very happy with this box set, by the way.
With Arrow, like the one big difference I think with Arrow is they do that nice sort of matte finish, which just gives it that extra feeling of quality, you know.
The type of paper they use too. They use 2 different kinds of paper. That's the real difference, actually.
Yeah.
This is a different kind of paper, different feel than the Arrow ones. It's just different weight, probably.
But I'm glad that they've gone back to doing like the hard boxes like that. It's
Friday the 13th is in one also.
Yes.
But thankfully.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nightmare that'd be if it was cardboard.
Oh my! Can you imagine like the Friday the 13th set in an Amityville style flimsy box? Like
trying to be, and then my luck they put in a bubble mailer, right?
Yeah, right.
And come ripped in half for some shit. No. See, I'm gonna say like I'm hard on Scream Factory because they are the top dog and they should be doing better.
Absolutely.
But this is there. I have only
better.
small complaints, and that is there's no reversible covers in all of these. That's it. That's my only complaint.
Yeah.
I think that's a minor complaint, honestly.
Yeah, that's odd because they usually
that's probably a studio mandated thing.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
So maybe their fault.
Friday the 13th has reversible covers for all of them.
I noticed that
most
some of the movies in the Omen set have a reversible cover.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah,
Cool.
I know. The one I think Fox is the one that doesn't allow the reversible covers because I think it's the Fox sequels from The Omen that don't have it. Yeah, I really think that is. I
I
mean,
thought it wasn't the Omen Fox. I thought that was Fox too.
yeah,
all of them were Fox.
that's what I'm saying. That's why there's no reversible covers on this.
Let me see here.
Well, no, Stout was just saying that the Omen does have some reversible covers.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Well, then I don't know.
I think one
I
or
have it right
two.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see
It doesn't matter. There's
Yeah.
no reversible covers on these, but it's like
Yeah.
such a minor quibble. It's not
Yeah.
something to not buy the set over. let me tell you.
It's still the theatrical posters on them. So I mean that's
Yes, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. And
Yeah.
and it's just like I said, this is the quality I want from Screen Factory.
absolutely.
This is it.
Yeah.
So I have no
definitely need to
real
get that
complaints.
set.
This box is gorgeous.
Yeah.
The
Very
art
nice
on here
artwork.
is gorgeous.
I think
just
it's the same
so-
guy
I
did
was
the art
wrong.
for the Friday the 13th set, if I'm not mistaken.
It looks
I
like
was
it.
mistaken.
The same
No
guy did the
reversibles?
Omen. Same guy did the Omen one. I know that.
What's that?
No reverse.
No
covers,
reversible
yeah.
covers.
Oh, I might be right. I might be onto something here.
Yeah.
It might be Fox that's not allowing
Yeah,
reversibles.
probably
That's
is.
fine. Well, like I said,
Probably is.
it's a minor quibble, and it means something they control, so I don't even hold
Yeah.
it against them.
Mhm.
That's all I got, man. Well, that's everything.
It was actually it was the same with their Psycho releases of Psycho 2 and 3. They were
Oh, right, yes,
They,
it
they
must be
actually
Fox.
they weren't allowed to do custom art for the covers,
Yeah, that must be a Fox thing.
so they just had the reversible art.
Look at that.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Gorgeous. So I think they did a nice compromise by making this box set, by
Yeah.
making a box like this.
Yeah.
This is so like I said, I can't like once again I just cannot I can't say bad thing against them. They did a really good job here. So the special features are all here, like in enough quantity for everything except for this movie, The Curse of the Fly, which is
Yeah.
bare bones practically.
Yeah.
All it has is a trailer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's
They
still
weren't
gallery.
all perfect. It's the same
But
with the Omen.
I imagine there's just
Yeah.
not a lot of materials for Curse of the Fly. Probably that's
Probably,
probably
yeah.
what it boils down to.
Yeah.
It's the-
It's definitely one of those movies that has been forgotten, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think fairly,
Yeah.
because I watched the sequels to the original Fly, and honestly, they're better than the original Fly.
Really?
Damn, I've only seen the original.
Same
Damn.
here.
so-
I've only ever seen the original, but
And the
cool.
remake. That's the only thing I've seen. Yeah.
Same. Yeah, the first
Yeah.
remake. I haven't seen the sequel.
I'm looking forward to
remake
watching
either.
them.
In terms of like production quality, in some ways they aren't as good, but in terms of story and
Whatever.
filmmaking, way better.
It can be low budget.
Well,
It's still fun. That's all I care about.
The sequels often get less money than the originals.
Yeah.
That's not uncommon, and
I
that's
just
really
now
cool,
thinking
Killbot.
back- Oh yeah, there were only like 3 sets in that movie.
Very cool. Killbot says
Yeah.
he got the Batman complete animated series on Blu-ray and the Fourth Doctor time capsule box set. That's a Region B set with action
Okay.
figure and sonic screwdriver. That was actually when they released.
What's the time capsule set?
Well, I was just going to explain it. The Fourth Doctor time
Okay.
capsule set is basically a celebration of the Fourth Doctor. It contained the first time Terror of the Zygons was released on DVD. It actually came out before the standalone release, which came out a little later. But it's got like documentaries and retrospectives and stuff about Tom Baker and new interviews with him and stuff like that. It's just a nice little collector's item for people who love the Fourth Doctor. So, yeah, good
Right
stuff.
on.
Sadly, not
Yeah.
available here. It was only released in the UK, but it's a cool set.
I dipped into my savings for the Fly. I shouldn't have done that. See, when I say I don't have any money, it means I have my money. Is like, when I say, oh, I don't have any money, it means I don't want to spend any money for my savings because my savings is precious to me because I'm trying to move out.
Yeah,
That's what it means. I really technically don't have any money. But here we go. Anyway,
cool. Was that
Put some-
was that it?
that was everything. I stopped with the Fly. That was the end of it. That was the
Excellent.
the
That
coup
is
de
good.
grace.
Yeah, I just got the Omen recently. I still need to get the Fly. That was next.
I don't know if I want to get the Omen set. I think I'm okay with getting like the studio release.
I went for the Omen because it was cheaper. It was the cheaper of the two.
Yeah.
So I got
That's
that.
for a good reason.
So I got that one first.
And you also don't have the Critters box set either.
No, I don't care about Critters. That's not a franchise that means
What the
anything
fuck?
to me. Yeah.
Oh,
I
Critters
think
is great.
I've had
Same with
enough Earl Grey tea.
same with It's Alive. Don't really care about that one.
I want to get the It's Alive box.
I
That's
got
the
the
one
Rec
missing.
set. That was a big important one for me. Amityville was important.
Wait,
The Omen was important. The Fly is important. So
See, the It's
all
Alive
good.
is important to me. That's my right
That's-
down my alley. You know.
yeah, I'm sure I would enjoy it. It's just not one I'm gonna go out of my way for. But Just gonna focus.
Oh, you
on...
would definitely enjoy them.
I'm sure I would, but I'm just gonna focus on the ones that are, important to me now.
Yeah, you have
and
this
then...
limited budget, like I do.
Exactly. So I gotta be selective. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. I missed so many releases. Like there's a, what is that fucking? There's a Ghost movie that I just was looking at. It's Ghost something. Scream Factory just released it.
The Ghost and Mrs. Muir.
No.
Ghostbusters. That's a ghost movie. Stout is just dancing to the music in his mind.
Just waiting for you to be like, Stout, what did you get to see?
Yeah, let him do his thing while I'm just.
While you agonize over what that ghost movie was.
I will show you the first movie, and then you can say, what did you get this week?
Okay.
So the first movie I got this week.
Stout, what did you get this week? Ghost Dog. Is that the one?
The Way of the Samurai, Criterion.
Oh, that one. That's what I really want. Yeah. That sounds really good.
It's funny because when I saw that they had gotten Night on Earth, the Blu-ray
it's a great movie.
edition of that on Criterion, I was like, they're working with Jim Jarmusch again. Oh my God, what if they finally get Ghost Dog? And I said it kind of jokingly, like they would never put
right
Ghost Dog on Criterion.
There
it's
it
right
is.
Here.
It's in your hand. It
exists.
exists.
Awesome. And it comes with this little booklet, which is it's just a few select quotes from the Book of the Samurai.
Oh, nice. That's great.
So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of good features.
I want to get that.
Obviously, Criterion.
I have to check that
I had that
out.
on VHS, dude. I watched that like hundreds of times. I really need to get that Blu-ray.
One of the cool things about the Jim Jarmusch movies from Criterion is that every time he does a new release for Criterion, he also does like a special feature that sometimes lasts up to like an hour long.
Nice.
Of him literally just answering fans' questions. Not even about the movie per se, just random
In
questions
general?
fans have.
That's cool.
Wow.
That he gathered up and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's
awesome.
Wait, Scream Factory released the Leopard Man? Fuck. God damn it.
And then this is my favorite romantic comedy ever.
Moonstruck.
Cher and Nicolas Cage, our Lord and Savior.
I think I've seen that, but it wouldn't have been like since it was new.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
it's absolutely underrated, criminally underrated, and you know that because here it is on Criterion Collection.
Criterion,
Why would it be on Criterion Collection if it wasn't good, guys?
I've never seen it. It's not High Spirits. What the fuck is that?
I actually first saw it in film school, or not film school. Film
Death
class.
Becomes Her.
No, it's a class of like a 50s, 60s movie.
Death Becomes Her
50s movie. 40s movie.
Oh, it wouldn't be High Spirits. That's more recent.
Yeah,
no, I know.
Nick Cage with Criterion, exactly.
Yeah, I want to get that one actually. Moonstruck. It's on my list.
Then
Cool.
Black Friday sales here. I got It
Hey!
Chapter 2.
Nice. Have you seen that?
For $10. Yeah, I saw this in theaters.
Okay. I really liked it.
And-
Rosie and I watched both of them and really
like
Seen
enjoyed
the
them.
first part?
Second part's great. Fuck the haters.
I need to see it.
Yeah.
I need to see it. I just haven't seen it. Yeah.
1917 on 4K. Because I figured, based on what I had heard about this movie, you definitely want to see it in the best possible quality. So I waited until 4K was really low price, and
there you go.
$8. You don't get much lower than that.
That's a good price.
I think it's still that price on Amazon, by the way.
Mm.
Go to Sean's Amazon Blacksmith.
Thanks for the support, folks. You literally help me get
Zombieland
stuff
Double
when
Tap.
you get stuff.
Haven't seen this movie. Haven't seen this movie yet. Wanted to see it. $8. It was a little pricey, but
I still haven't seen
for
the first
something I
one.
haven't seen yet. But
Yeah.
I love the
First one's
first
great.
movie.
That's what I hear,
This one
yeah.
is
I guess
good
I'll
as well.
double bill
At least
them at some point.
And
I had
then
to wait 10 years between seeing the first one and the second one, like everyone else.
the Hammer film set
Oh
from
my God, I hate
Mill
you.
Creek.
I hate you.
Now, One thing I will note about this, it says new bonus features included Hammer Film featurettes and retrospectives, feature-length audio commentaries on select films, which is, I don't think Mill Creek has ever done that before.
They've
Yeah, they
done it a
have.
few times, not very often.
few
though.
times.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 6 commentaries. I
It
think.
also says, plus 12-page movie and feature guide booklet.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait. Oh, but is it in here? No,
No.
it's not.
Oh, what
But
the hell? Oh. pff.
and there goes one of the discs.
Ha! This-
I was just about to say, but the case is really nice.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So that's a pre-order I may actually end up canceling. It's in limbo at the moment. It
If you
never
wanna make
appeared
sure he
on.
doesn't
It,
cancel
it
then,
never appeared on Amazon CA.
Donate now.
Otherwise, I would have grabbed it through there. So I pre-ordered it through Amazon.com. They have not shipped it yet. They're kind of waiting for me to finalize it, but it's yeah, obviously one I want for the Hammer collection, but I might end up having to wait, which is annoying because I actually got a really good discount on the pre-order price, and I don't
Just
want to
dust.
lose that, but I might just have to suck it up and get it later.
Surprisingly, it landed like this on the floor and
Oh.
then just flopped like this.
Oh,
So
I was gonna, and then rolled in the most inaccessible crevice of my room.
Yeah.
Correct.
and then I cried.
Oh,
and this one
boy,
is
did
the
I cry.
Stoudman Maniac. There are some pretty interesting titles on here.
Fuck is this movie?
Yes, I have the 8 that were released a while
The
ago.
spirit is willing. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit! Finally. Anyway,
Willing Castle's The Spirit is Willing. That's the movie I was wanted to
Okay.
get, but I had to cancel the pre-order for.
Okay.
Jesus, sorry.
why don't you just look through your?
Then-
oh, I guess it doesn't show you your pre-orders. Never mind.
This is the last thing I got.
Ah, yes.
A $20 headset.
This is
And I
my.
got
This is
it
actually
because
my
it was
suggestion.
blue.
Because let me just tell a little story here. Stoud was wanting to play Fortnite with us, and he played it on his PC and kept having connection issues and just other, technical bullshit. And then he tried it on a few other platforms, and he's like, oh, I can play on my Xbox. Oh, wait, my Xbox Live expired, and I didn't renew it, so I can't play it on Xbox. And he's like, wait a minute, I can play it on my Switch, but because it has the most stable connection. But I don't have like a headset or anything for it. It's like, fuck, I'm gonna have to buy like a whole new computer, and it's gonna be like $1,100, and I'll just never be able to do anything. I'm like, Stoud.
$100. That's low.
And I'm like,
cost.
Stoud, why don't you get a cheap headset for your Switch? It'd be like $20. It'll be a lot less than buying a new computer. Then you can
Could've
play
paid
with
Xbox
us.
Live, which would also been cheaper.
And Xbox Live. And he's like, oh yeah, I guess I could do that.
Either of those things would have been cheaper than buying a new computer.
And-
Xbox Live to
and
renew
there
or
did.
that.
So
Yeah.
now he can play Fortnite with us. So anyway, tell us all about your headphones there, Stoud.
Well, I specifically chose these because of the color, baby blue. my favorite
Beautiful.
color.
Very nice.
I like the special feature of having a vice grip like function.
That looks like it
That
would
would give
be
me a
so
headache.
comfortable.
It'll give me a headache in 5 minutes.
Playing
tops.
for hours and hours and hours.
And then the cheap dollar store plastic. Yes,
Uh-huh.
I really enjoy that.
That's
that
excellent.
aspect of it.
And he sounds like gas. Don't forget about.
And of
Yeah.
course,
Sounded all
of course,
right.
the brand is Butt Fulake or Butt Flake.
That's
But
the best.
Blue Lake.
That's the best. We were talking about this last night. I said, oh, so it's like one of those Chinese knockoff brands that's trying to sound like the much more respectable brand, Butt Flake. It's
See, they got
Batu
that
Flake.
That, they got
Batu
that cool
Flake.
branding there of like a,
Oh,
a
God.
snake.
It looks like a butt. Oh, no, it's a snake. Okay.
Yeah.
Just out of focus. Batu Flake.
If you too want to get this very same pair of
Oh,
headsets,
God.
Uh-huh.
really high quality
As
we
you
go.
can see,
$20
yeah.
headset,
Another show coming.
it's SL300.
There you
That's
go.
the,
The SL300 from Buttflake International. Similarly,
I mean,
yeah,
I might just have to replace these Sennheisers. These are pretty good.
yeah.
Oh my
Similarly, I actually got new headphones for Rosie for games because hers were what is it? The right headphone stopped working, so she was playing everything in mono through one headphone for ages. And bless her heart, she didn't complain about it. She told me once, and then of course me, memory, brain like a sieve, million things on the go, forgot, and I finally remembered like 2 months later, like, oh shit. So I was like, okay, let's see what I can get. I didn't have a lot of money to spare, but so I got her like a pair of headphones that was $25. They had bass boost and a built-in mic, and she absolutely loves them. She's so overjoyed. It's like, whoa, these sound so good. I actually listened to them. They're better than my $100 headphones that I got. I'm like, well, fuck. So she said the only complaint she has is the cans weren't quite as big as her previous ones. She likes the bigger cans so they go over her ears more comfortably. But otherwise, she's really happy with them, with the bass, with the sound. I also got her a new mouse because her mouse was dying.
I also
And,
like big cans. You can't tell.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about the cans.
I got
But,
really big ones too. Those are big. I want those.
Yeah, those are nice and big. Just
I
about
want
like
Yeah.
them to surround my entire ear. Thank you.
Me too.
So is that everything, Stout? That's everything you got?
Yes, that's all.
No, that's all the pickups then.
All right. And what I got this week was nothing. So
All right, movie time.
movie time.
We got 30 minutes for I turn into a pumpkin.
Movie time. Go. Movies.
All right. That means I have to talk. Right.
Yeah,
So
talk
last
now.
week with my lady friend, we watched Prophecy from 1979, the Killer Bear
yeah.
film,
Excellent.
the mutant Killer Bear film. Excuse me.
The one I was traumatized by the ad campaign for as a child.
Yeah, she enjoyed it. We had fun. Then we played some Overwatch. It was cool.
The
Yay.
movie was far less terrifying than my 9-year-old brain thought it was going to be. But I
Yes.
enjoyed it. It was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
It was fun. I liked it.
And then Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, Stoudman and I watched 3 movies. We watched Maniac, the original, but with the Joe Bob Briggs segments from the last
Okay.
drive-in.
I think I have that somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stoudman, what did you think of Matt? What did you think of Maniac?
I liked it. I'm enjoying discovering all these movies like Maniac and Pieces and Demons. I was going to
Oh,
say
Demons
Demonia.
is great. Love Demons.
Yeah, Demons is awesome.
Yeah. I need to get
And
that again.
I'm finding out that they're actually really good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course they are.
They are.
Surprise!
Hidden
Shock
gems.
and awe.
Hidden
Yeah.
gems that the mainstream
I mean,
just
counter to
doesn't
popular
know
belief, I
about.
actually like good movies, so God.
What?
Oh, Boggle.
Yeah.
Next, we watched House 4. We skipped House 3. We're gonna watch that next.
Because House 4
Because
is
it's
the
not in
real
the s-
sequel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because House 3 is not related. We didn't
No.
want. We wanted to have the continuity of the 3 movies together.
That's a good way to do it,
And
for
then,
sure.
yeah.
Well, and
Not a
William
big deal.
Catt is back in House 4, which
Yes.
is, a wonderful connection. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you think of House 4, Stoudman?
I liked it. Not as much as the first 2, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was good.
It was.
What was
it
it? I
only-
think you gave it a 7 out of 10?
I gave it 6 out of 10.
Wow. I remember it being okay. Like, I saw it basically when it
Yeah.
came out. I think it was direct-to-video originally. And I rented it. I was like, oh, there's a new house. And I was just happy to see William Catt back. So that, bumped it up a few notches for me. And also the fact that it was an actual proper sequel to the other 2, which I loved growing up. And, so it was more just kind of, bit of a nostalgia trip for me. And just kind of nice having the old vibe back. But I also agree, as I recall, it was not as good as the first 2.
See, I
It
will.
was okay.
I will revisit House 1 and 2 way more frequently than 4.
Yes.
I'll probably watch
Yeah.
4 again in like a decade.
Yeah.
We're real honest with you. And go a while, forget what it's
Yeah.
about.
One
and
and
then I'll watch
two,
it.
1 and 2 make a great double bill.
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful.
And I really like 3. It's a really great slasher film.
Yeah. That one I
It's a
often
really
see.
late cycle slasher film.
That
Way,
that one I often see paired up with Shocker. If you're talking double bills.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
There
There's
were-
Shocker, and then there's also Destroyer, which is another one with the same
Oh,
concept.
okay.
There were elements of House 4 that felt like a Full Moon Pictures movie.
Oh yes,
It was
100%.
that era. That was the same era that
Yeah.
Full Moon was doing
Yep.
all their stuff. Yeah.
It was like a high budget full moon film, like an Empire
Yeah.
Pictures film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get Shocker still. It's fairly cheap. I should grab that soon.
Oh, I'm sorry. The house that was Maniac and the House were on Sunday. Tuesday we watched Project Power with Jamie Foxx and what's his face? Jason what's his last name?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Thank you. Was trying to call him Gary for some reason. Joseph
Jonathan
Gary
Taylor
Leon.
Thomas.
Joseph Gary Leon. Who's that? You know. But yeah, it was an okay movie.
Gary.
There are like 5 movies that have come out in the last couple of years or are coming out in the next couple of years. They all have the same concept of like you can take a pill and become a superhero.
Oh,
They're
that
all
one.
different.
That one.
But
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
This one's a Netflix exclusive.
Does it like wear
Right.
off? It's like a narcotic or something.
Yes.
It wears
5
off
minutes,
after a bit.
yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And isn't it random? You don't know what power you're gonna get.
Yeah, I mean, you won't. You don't know what power you have until you take your first pill.
Oh, okay. But
You
then
know
it's
your
the
power is
same.
from-
But then
from
it's the
then
same every
on.
time. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
and
Cool.
sometimes you take the pill. You take the pill and you just explode. That's
Oh,
it.
lovely.
You just-
Yeah.
That
If
sounds
you take-
that sounds very
Poison
similar to
tree,
Strike Force Morituri, where it's like
Yep.
they don't know what kind of powers they get until it's activated, and some of
Yep.
them they'll live a year and then their systems will burn up. Others they'll live a week and their systems will burn up.
Mhm.
But there was one, I remember one character where they went out to their first battle with the alien horde and the character died immediately, like exploded, just right in the middle of it. And they were like, holy shit. That's going to
Yeah, that
happen
was-
to all of us eventually.
That was a decent.
Yeah.
I thought it was a decent little action film.
Cool.
With a little bit of superpower tinge to it.
I've checked
Some of
that
the
out.
characters were a little annoying, but like it wasn't like offensive. So I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
What do you think, Stab?
That's like a 7 out of 10. The reason I wouldn't give it an 8 out of 10 is because it suffered just a little bit.
Mhm.
Just a little bit from the same thing as Ninja Assassin.
Hmm.
The same problem as Ninja Assassin, where not necessarily like shaky cam, but
Mhm.
you know, really quick actions, quick cuts during the action sequences that like make it very difficult to understand what the fuck is going on and where you are. And it wasn't as bad at all in terms of that kind of
Oh, it wasn't any of bad.
cinematography, but it did have that problem a few times.
Yeah.
But the
It was-
story
yeah.
was really cool. I really liked it. It felt like a moving graphic novel, if you will. So
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It felt very comic booky, you know. Yeah. Also, some of the things were cheap looking. Like the cop car looked really fake.
Oh
It
yeah.
didn't look- I didn't
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
a cop car at all.
Oh.
They literally bought some fucking car off the impound lot for $1,000 and
Mhm.
painted part of it black and part of it white and called it
Oh.
a cop car.
I swear
There's
they meant
no-
to probably add it on
There's
CGI
no
later.
logo on the
Yeah.
car at all. It's just black and
Mhm.
white. That's it. That's
Mhm.
it.
And I swear they probably meant to put a logo on it in post, and they just ran on a budget and said "fuck it." It doesn't because it doesn't. It looks weird. It looks like naked.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like, the guy's a cop. Why is his car naked? It should at least say he's identified that he's a cop because it's a cop car. It's not like an undercover car. It's like a regular car, a regular cop car. You know. Anyway, that's like the big glaring issue I'd see in the movie. Like, okay, it's a little weird. Next, we watched Hot Damned Day of Fire, or Damned Hot Day of Fire. I can't remember what it's called.
Hmm.
Also known as Gatling Gun from 1968. And this was actually presented like it's a piece of history or historical drama
Mhm.
about the Gatling gun. The
Okay.
dramatization of the origin of the Gatling gun, self-named invention. I really like this movie, but it was a real slow burn in the sense that you don't get the Gatling gun action till the end, real end of the movie, like
Oh, okay.
real late really late, but I thought it was really good, and you can see 100% Quentin Tarantino's influence here, especially in the sequence the burial of whatever her name is. I can't remember in the movie Kill Bill. That sequence is based off Hot Damn Day of Fire. Damned Hot Day of Fire. Whatever.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a shot in the movie where it's like, oh, I remember this from Kill Bill, you know.
So on his list,
I'm wondering. I'm thinking that music from that scene might even have been pulled directly from that scene as well.
oh yeah, easily.
He pulled a lot of music cues from movies that were influences.
It's on
Death
like
Rise
Quentin
of the Horse
Tarantino's,
is a big one.
Quentin Tarantino's favorite films list. It's called Machine Gun Killers. Is the other title in case anyone wants to look it up. Who's the composer? Piero Piccioni.
Yes, the composer. It was an interesting score. It was kind of.
Sartana.
Oh.
It was kind of what, bluesy? No, not bluesy. It had kind of a jazzy funk kind of thing going for it, which was interesting for a western. But
it worked.
It worked, and it's like you said. He did Sartana. He also did The Big Lebowski and Rockstar's Red Dead Revolver. So.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
He's a good composer.
So a Western movie film composer doing the soundtrack for the game. That's cool.
Yeah, it was really good.
Nice.
I really like this movie. It's on Mill Creek's double feature with $4 for Revenge, I think, or $4 on Red. Which one is it?
Fort Yuma Gold.
Oh, that's the other set. Sorry.
Way off.
The other set's got $4 for Revenge or $4 on Red or whatever.
I have the one with $4 for Revenge and whatever.
Is it for Revenge? Okay, I couldn't remember.
I think something like that.
That's the one Stoudman still doesn't have, I guess.
Yeah,
I
got 2 of the double features. I don't think I have the later ones that they put out.
There's only 3.
Is there 3? Oh, right, because they were going to do one that with Django, and they couldn't do that, but something else. Yeah, so I guess I don't have the third one. I'll have to track that down.
By the way, them releasing a Django Kioma double feature would have been like an insanely good.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. I really want that new edition of Kioma, actually.
That's all the movies we watched, by the way.
Okay.
I watched one more. Hold on.
Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold that thought for a second.
Damn it.
I know he's always fucking me over.
Well, if you hadn't said that was all the movies we watched.
I'm sorry. It was all the movies we watched, not all the movies you watched.
True.
Oh, wait a second. No, there's one more.
Oh my god.
You watched a lot of movies this week. A lot.
I know.
A lot.
A lot.
Okay. Sorry about that. What else do you watch all by yourself?
Just one movie.
Okay.
Full Metal Jacket in 4K.
Oh,
nice.
Very
That's a
nice.
cover too.
It looks fucking beautiful in 4K. And yes, it's worth getting in 4K if you have a 4K player.
Very
Okay.
cool. I have the special edition that came out a few years ago. Very nice little
Does
box
it have
set.
a Blu-ray in there?
Yeah.
I'll probably get that edition if it's cheap because it's got a nice cover.
Which one is it I have? It's like a digibook, actually. It's a digibook.
Oh,
edition.
that'd be cool.
It's very nice, yeah. Very classy. And
How's it? Your turn.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, but one thing I didn't, I gathered this time that I didn't in previous watches,
Mm-hmm.
kind of an interesting little thing here, is that this is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. That whole speech.
Mm-hmm.
The first time that they say it,
Oh, yeah.
they say it after Arlie Ermey's character commands them to pray as they're going to sleep with their rifle. Right?
Yes.
And then they the last thing that he that one of the characters says, I'm trying to think of how to say this without fucking spoiling the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't seen Full Metal Jacket, what the fuck?
No, I don't shame people. No gatekeeping.
But don't
The
spoil
last thing that he says, before you know what happens, if you've seen the movie,
Yes, that's me waiting for.
is he says the this is my rifle thing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
He and what that means is that essentially he's praying
yeah.
right before he does what he does,
Yes,
right?
correct.
And then after that, at the end of the movie, another person who is also in a similar situation, but from who somebody who is in Vietnam,
Yeah.
one of the bad guys,
Mm-hmm.
is also saying something, and they're surrounding her, and they're saying, "What is she saying?" And one of them says she's praying,
Yeah.
and so it's like there's this whole
Connection. Yeah.
connection of prayer and
Mm-hmm.
of how prayer for the American soldier is something about um, about their rifle, right?
About war.
But
Yeah.
what's interesting is that after they say that it's a prayer at the end of the film with this Vietnam soldier, right after that she says, "Shoot me, shoot me."
Yeah.
The connections are just.
Yeah.
I never made those connections before.
I need to watch
Nice.
it. I haven't seen it in
really
quite a few
enjoy it
years,
more
but
now.
Same. I haven't
yeah,
seen it in quite a few years
it's-
either.
I'm always down for Kubrick because there's always so much to discover in his movies.
Yeah.
Just an amazing director. Very cool. All right, and that was the only one you watched on your own?
Yep.
Okay. Did you watch any on your own, Skinslip, or was that everything? No?
Just prophecy.
Okay. Well, I watched 8 movies this week.
Wow. Oh, you
um,
were off stream for a few days though.
I was, yeah, and I was doing what I've started to do, and one of the reasons I've been doing this is to kind of start to actually enjoy my collection a little bit, all the stuff I've been collecting over the years. And
Yes.
I like putting stuff on that I don't have to pay like rapt attention to. I can just kind of glance over, when there's an important bit happening. And I can do a bit of multitasking. So, like, for example, when we were watching Dark Shadows the other day, while we were watching, I was paying attention to the show, but on the other side of the window, I also had stuff I was working on YouTube, like scheduling videos. Just a lot of boring maintenance stuff
Mundane shit.
that doing it on its own with nothing else happening is so dull. Like doing the descriptions and the tags and the schedules
Describe
and
it
putting together the
excruciating.
thumbnails and just
Yeah.
all that shit. It's all necessary and things you need to get done as a content creator, but it's so dull. It is my least favorite part of it. So I thought, hey, why don't I put on some movies while I'm doing this? This would make it so much more tolerable, and I can enjoy some movies at the same time. So that's what I've been doing. But before all that, Rosie has been reading the Hunger Games series of books. She's almost finished the last book. I think she's probably going to be done by the time she comes back. So in addition to reading the books, she's also been watching the movies with some of her friends. And she'd never seen the movies before. And it's interesting, I've been asking her, so, you've been reading the books and then watching the movies. How is the comparison? And she said, well, the books are better. There's more stuff that goes on in the books, and they completely screwed up this and this in the movie. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So it's interesting to hear her takes on it. But the thing that I'm most impressed by is the fact that Rose looks at both objectively as one is an adaptation of the other. So when she goes into a movie based on a book that she's read, she goes in immediately with the understanding that there's going to be stuff missing. There's going to be stuff that they changed. This is an adaptation. I'm just going to enjoy it on its own merits. And that's basically how she's been approaching the Hunger Games movies, is she's enjoying them. She likes seeing these characters that she knows from the books brought to life and whatnot, and the basic story. And but she gets that it's an adaptation. And I like that she's smart enough to get that distinction, like that a lot of people don't and complain about. And it's like, it's never going to be the same as the book. The book is always going to be better or different at the very least. And they're never going to be the same thing. And she just gets,
Usually better.
She gets that. Well, usually better because they don't have the limits of budget or
Well,
time constraints
they
and stuff.
They can put you in the mind of the character easier.
Yeah, well, oh,
Like
absolutely.
directly
Yeah.
putting you into their mind,
Like
you know,
right
like that's
into
a real
their
big
heads.
thing.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
you can do it in a film, but it's much harder to convey what's in the person's thought externally.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Internal, you know.
Yeah, so anyway, I thought, well, okay, since you're enjoying that, and she seems to like the concept of it, the whole sort of battle royale concept, and of course we play a lot of Fortnite and whatnot. So I said, I think you're old enough now to see kind of where this whole thing started. This whole idea of, you know, the elimination challenge started. So we watched the original battle royale from
She's a good age for it.
2001, I guess. We watched the director's cut, of course, because it's the only one to watch.
Of course.
But notable in that, okay, this is, of course, where the whole thing kind of started. This is why battle royale games are called battle royale games, because battle royale. But, you know, and bullshit.
Literally. That's actually where the...
Like, literally, yeah. And bullshit, the writer of the Hunger Games hadn't heard of it. Bullshit.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
I'll believe that never.
Yeah, you can just say you were inspired by it. That's okay. You'd get a lot less
Too
flack
close.
that way.
That would lead, but if they admitted to that it's so close that opens them up to litigation.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. But anyway,
Fuck, I'm having a side stitch. Sorry.
that's okay. So anyway, notable in that, you know, this is obviously a big culturally significant film, especially even more so now with the rise in popularity of the, you know, video games and similar stories and whatnot.
1000%, yes.
But also, I'm pretty sure this was her first foreign film, like subtitles. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I thought, well, you know, you read voraciously, you were going to have no problem with subtitles. And sure enough, she didn't even think twice about it. She just, like, you know, got right into it, and she really enjoyed the story and the characters and the humor of it, and like the dark humor and whatnot. And
the vast majority of people
really
who have a
liked it.
problem with subtitles are just not comfortable with it. You need to
Yeah.
be comfortable with their existence. That's
Yeah.
all.
But yeah,
It's time.
she had no problem with it at all. We watched it. She really enjoyed it, and that's that. So, but
No, I didn't say everybody. I said the vast majority. 'Cause
We're-
I know there's people with some disabilities.
yes,
and neurodivergence
Takeshi
and stuff.
Kitano is he's great as the teacher.
Oh.
Such great.
He's a fucking amazing director in his own right, by the
He
way.
is, yeah, and he's an example of the dark humor. Like he's a very darkly humorous character, and I like how his clinging to life is directly connected to how many cookies are left. And
Well, like
it's the whole
the
thing.
dark humor is kind of like a thing that's Takeshi Kitano's like trademark, and he kind of picked up the slack. And I'm pretty sure he helped direct the part of the movie.
It's
So
entirely
I don't know if,
possible. Entirely
So
possible.
I don't know
yeah.
if it's like if that humor is his insertion, or if that's actually like present in the original script. Like I'm not sure. I haven't read the the book or
I haven't read the book.
manga.
I have the book. I haven't read it yet, but
I heard very good things about it though. So yeah.
yeah, same.
So I mean, I'm
same.
sure it's probably present, and I'm not familiar. You know.
The sequel was
I'm curious.
okay. I don't know if we're gonna watch
Ah.
it. I didn't really care for it.
I have no interest in watching the sequel again. I saw it once.
Yeah,
Good,
I've seen it. I watched it on the Blu-ray set.
3 out of 5.
Last time
watchable.
I rewatched it, I thought, well, I should probably finally watch the sequel. I've never seen it, and it was like, I mean, I like the fact that they got some of the same actors back who were in the previous one. I mean, there was a nice connection. So it's a proper sequel.
It's not a bad movie.
But no, it's okay. It just wasn't.
It's a one-time watch movie. Is how I
Yeah,
describe
but
it.
the
You watch
first
it, you're like,
one,
"Yeah, it's pretty
the
good."
first one is just a freaking masterpiece, and I've watched it. I don't know how many times since finally
Those
discovering
fucking
it.
badass kids they bring in, they're like the slightly older
yeah.
kid.
Well, the one
They're legitimately scary.
the one character who is like the mute character who just doesn't have a single line of dialogue in the whole thing. He's just like the psycho, and he's there because he likes killing, you know.
Yeah,
And then the other guy,
I love that first one.
And then the other guy who was the winner of the contest a few years earlier, who was brought in to, you know, for his own
And of
personal
course,
reasons.
The whole movie
So-
is subtextually talking about how the older generation has set up this whole system
Yeah.
of existence that sabotages and makes millennials, or in this case, the younger generation, fight against each other savagely.
Yeah.
When the whole problem exists from the people who created the problem,
Yeah.
where the people who arranged this it's like a band-aid. It's like
Yeah.
they passing the blame off on the kids. when
Yeah.
the whole problem is the society they live in.
Pretty
And
much.
the whole
yeah.
movie is pretty much constructed around that concept of our own world's built in such a way that the older generation has made it fucking impossible for so many of us the younger generation to get ahead in,
Yeah.
in the world.
I'll be right back. I have to
So many
pee.
things.
Okay.
I'm surprised he's leaving. He's usually got some shit to say about this crap.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I know.
his bladder's probably gonna burst.
Damn
But
it.
so like there's like some super deep subtextual stuff about
yeah.
not just like Japanese society, but the capitalism in general.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
It talks about it, you know,
yeah.
how it makes everyone be cutthroat. But like, really, if the kids just teamed up together and all worked together,
yeah.
they could defeat their
They
captors
could have overthrown
at any
that.
point in time.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely. But they just, they were kids. They just, they were scared and they just kind of went along with it. But
and I would say like the first one has like some important things to say about culture and capitalism and the society they live in at that time. The sequel is like pure exploitation. There's like there's
Yeah.
probably some subtext in there, but it's not
no.
a strongly made film as the first one was.
No.
You know.
It's more just kind of taking the story of the first one at face value and it's just continuing.
The original
shit on
Battle
that.
Royale is like a 9 out of 10 for me, dude.
Oh, it's
I
amazing.
love that movie.
It's such a great
So good.
movie. Yeah. I never get tired of it. It's just amazing. I need to dive into the extras on that set at some point.
And like I said, the sequel's like 6 out of 10. Totally watchable. You should definitely see
Oh,
it at
yeah.
least once.
Yeah, it's very nice.
You need to get
collection.
that set.
There's a fourth disc that's just all extras.
I might just get the Arrow release of the first movie. Call it a day.
This is the Anchor Bay set. I think Arrow put out a set of everything as well.
Yeah, you have to buy them separately now. Two volumes.
Oh, okay.
Out of Royal and Battle Royale 2, because they released them standalones. But you know.
Gotcha. So anyway, with my putting stuff on while doing the grunt work of content creation, I decided. Oh, wait a minute. I watched 9 movies because there was also. Fuck. Hold on a second. I gotta grab it. I knew there was another one.
And yes, it's the director's cut. He mentioned at the very beginning. We always go for the director's cut.
This decision was
we as
Skinslip
film
informed
lovers.
me that
Yep. We as film lovers
Golden
tend to
Ninja
like
Video,
go for
which, as you
the.
know-
Wow. Okay.
What?
I said we as filmmakers, as answering Iceman's question. He said director's cut, because we as film lovers tend to go with the director's vision.
Yes.
Tend to. There's a few exceptions.
Of course.
Anyway, as you're saying.
Anyway, so Skinslip informed me last week that with the Gold Ninja video stuff, in fact, I think it was during SNI when I was showing that I got this, you were saying how, I don't know if you know, but Gold Ninja always puts at least 1, sometimes 2 hidden movies in their releases.
Always.
So you just got to find it. So it's hidden in the menu somewhere. So I was like, oh, really? So as soon as SNI was over, I popped this disc back in and poked around the menu and found the hidden movie. And sure enough, there's only one on that disc, but it was a fun one. It was this low-budget devil cult movie called The Devil Master, also known as
Demon Lover.
also known as The Demon Lover. And
That's how I know it.
and I watched it, and it was a lot of fun. It was basically about this guy in I think it was in California somewhere who was basically putting together his own satanic cult. Had a bunch of 20-somethings there,
It's the Southwest.
and they were all just kind of treating it as a lark, like as a party. Let's get high, let's get drunk, and we'll worship Satan. And but the guy who's heading it up was serious about it. And he was like, "Why aren't you all taking this seriously? And this is about harnessing real power, and the power of evil, and blah blah blah." So he's taking it totally seriously. He's like just balls deep in the rituals and everything, and everyone else is like, "Yeah, whatever, fuck you." So they all leave, and basically just kind of leave him in the lurch. So he decides, well, if they're not going to take it seriously, I will summon a demon to kill them all. So it's basically sometimes the demon manifests fully in physical form to kill them. Other times it just kind of possesses them and causes them to kill each other. And it's ridiculous.
Cool.
It's ridiculous, but it's so much fun. I actually really enjoyed it a lot. I saw
a trailer on a trailer conference. Like, I gotta see this something.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. It's another, regional horror, much like Creature from Black Lake and Alien
You
Factor
know I
and
love
all
those.
Yeah, yeah. So if you like regional horror, you're gonna love this. I just wish. I mean, apparently, I'm guessing it doesn't exist in any kind of better source. It looks like it was sourced from a really janky VHS recording.
Probably what was done.
I'm guessing there just isn't a lot of source material out there, but it was good.
There's probably a print somewhere, but it's probably costs
Yeah.
money.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
probably owned by one of the archives.
So hopefully we'll get some kind of, rediscovered 16 millimeter print remaster of it or something. But
if it's not owned by one of the big studios, there's a good chance it's in AGFA's catalog somewhere.
Yeah. So
they have so many movies in their catalog.
So anyway, I enjoyed all 3 of the movies on that Gold Ninja video set. I actually just ordered another title from them.
We both did, actually.
Yes,
the show.
The one called. Well, you'll see it when we get it. We're both getting the same one. But after that, I was like, I really enjoyed the janky, low fidelity, wonderful hidden gem movies that were on that Gold Ninja video thing. I'd like to see more janky, low fidelity.
I'm so glad
movies.
I got you into these people. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
like my
I'd like to see more. Where could I possibly find more? Like maybe.
Oh my God.
Maybe
200.
No, maybe 200 or so of them.
I expect you to pull up like I had this stack of Gold Ninja video movies.
God, no, I don't have the money. I'm broke. I gotta enjoy what I have on my shelf. So anyway, I decided to pull off the Tales of Terror collection from Mill Creek, which of course I did a big closer look at a little while ago. And I watched the first 7 movies on it while I was doing scheduling and stuff. So thankfully they have a little book here so that comes with it so I can refresh my memory on what they were. So basically I've just been watching disc by disc, start with disc 1 and go from there. And the great thing about it is it almost feels like when you just kind of put the late night cable channel on that's showing all these old movies and just let it run. That's what it feels like, because there's no rhyme or reason to the order that they are on here. It's completely random. So you might get like you might get a werewolf movie followed by, from the 60s, followed by a slasher movie from the 70s, followed by an alien invasion movie from the 50s, followed by like some direct-to-video, badly dubbed Italian post-apocalyptic sci-fi thing from the 80s, or, whatever. It's just a total grab bag of stuff, and which makes it a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying it. So, popped in disc 1, and disc 1 started with Crucible of Horror from 1970, which actually has a Scream Factory Blu-ray.
It does.
And it stars Michael Guff, who some of you may remember as Alfred from the 90s Batman movies. Doctor Who fans will remember him as the
We talked about this.
Yes. Right. Doctor Who fans will remember him as the Celestial Toymaker from William Hartnell's era. But a very accomplished British character actor, wonderful. In this, he basically plays an overbearing father of a fairly well-off family in which he's kind of doting on the son of the family and teaching him the business and, the stock market and stuff like that, while being incredibly emotionally abusive to his wife and teenage daughter.
That's nice.
And essentially, it's a kind of a revenge story where the wife and teenage daughter at one point decide they've had enough of his bullshit and plot to murder him. And it's how that whole thing unfolds, how they, orchestrate their murder plot. And then it's hard to describe without kind of giving some stuff away, but it's a murder plot that may or may not have been successful, and thus further tension abounds in that he may or may not have died when they tried to kill him, and there's a lot of like anticipatory tension and whatnot, and I actually thought it was quite good, and it's one I would definitely consider upgrading to the Blu-ray. And it's interesting also seeing Michael Guff in this kind of role, because he's the type of character, he's very obsessive compulsive, he's constantly washing his hands and stuff like that, and he's just so judgmental and like always prying into their personal affairs. Like the teenage daughter gets a letter from a potential beau who's trying to ask her out on a date, the father opens the letter and reads it to everybody sitting at the table, and
rude.
It goes beyond that. Like, and it's just so. Yeah, it's just the kind of character you instantly despise because he's just so despicable, and you really want horrible things to happen to him. But it's just so funny seeing Michael Gough in that kind of role, because you're used to seeing him, of course, as Alfred, who's like just the most wonderful Alfred ever, and just so likable. And even as the Celestial Toymaker, yes, he was the villain, but he was one of those charming villains who you couldn't help but like anyway, you know. So it's really interesting seeing him in that type of role. So anyway, Crucible of Horror, good old
My
70s.
favorite. I love charming villains, by the way.
70s psychological horror at its best.
I mean, that's like high on my list of things I want to see. Actually,
It's good. I liked it. I would definitely get the Blu-ray of that one. And then we had Double Exposure from 1983, starring Michael Callan. I forget who directed it, but I did not know this going in, but Double Exposure is actually kind of a spiritual sequel/remake of another film from 10 years prior by the same director, starring the same lead actor as a character with the same name as the main character in this one. And the original movie was called The Photographer, and it was basically about a photographer who was actually a serial killer going around killing people.
Oh, I'm interested now.
Double Exposure takes a slightly more psychological take, because it may or may not be the same character. He's playing a photographer again. His character's name is the same, but given how The Photographer ends, it kind of leaves it up in the air as to whether or not this is a sequel or just kind of a more psychological horror style remake. I think it's more of a remake, but with some similar elements to echo the original. So I didn't know that going in, so I was just taking it on as its own thing. So in this one, Michael Callan plays a photographer who is having horrible nightmares where he's dreaming that his models, that he himself is murdering his models. And he doesn't know why. He doesn't know where this is coming from. He's in therapy, and he's trying to get help to figure out what's going on and why he's having these horrible visions. And over the course of it, his perception between when he's dreaming and when it's reality is becoming blurred, and he's beginning to doubt himself as to whether or not he may have actually... and then what's happening is the models are turning up dead a few days later in the exact way they died in his dreams. So he's beginning to doubt himself and thinking, like, is this me? Am I doing this? Like, I have no memory. Like, is it just the dream, or is it reality? Is this actually happening? So there's a lot of psychological aspects to it, as you don't know if it's just him blacking out and actually killing his models, or if it's somebody else that's copycatting what's going on in his dreams. So, yeah. So it's pretty cool psychological thriller aspect to it, murder mystery. And I actually really liked a lot of the actors in it. I thought it was a very, quite well acted, very natural performances. And I love psychological stuff like that kind of gets into, is this guy the killer, or is it somebody else, or what's going on?
All right.
But,
I do have that from Vinegar Syndrome.
and
Yeah, released from Vinegar.
Double Exposure was released on Blu-ray by Vinegar Syndrome. Yes.
I double checking. Like, is that the one I have? Yeah, it is the one I have.
I
get that one and Snapshot confused.
I did look to see if The Photographer is available. There was a DVD release a few years back, but sadly no Blu-ray as of this time. Now I would actually be really curious to see that, because I actually really enjoyed Double Exposure. Another one I would definitely consider upgrading to Blu-ray. Next up, I'll just say right off the bat, this one is also available on Blu-ray in the Paul Nashi collection from Scream Factory. We have Horror Rises from the Tomb. This movie was batshit insane. It felt like they weren't quite sure what type of gothic horror movie they wanted to make, so they just kind of did all of them in one. So Paul Nashi plays this guy who he and his, I don't want to say wife, but companion, I guess, are both accused of witchcraft back in, hundreds of years ago, and they are executed and beheaded, and his head is separated from his body. and so that they can't be rejoined and he can't be resurrected through, the evils of witchcraft. So fast forward to modern day 1973, when some enterprising people catch wind of this and decide to try to find his head and rejoin it with his body and resurrect him, and it all kind of just goes crazy from there. But there's lots of sort of hallucinatory ones. There's an artist who is kind of haunted by visions of this guy, and he doesn't know who it is. And he becomes part of the whole thing, and there's zombies in it, and Paul Nashi's appearance is very Dracula-like in kind of his regalness and his presence. But he's not. He's not a vampire. He's a warlock essentially, and but it was good fun. It was good kind of early 70s mild exploitation horror, but with a gothic sort of it had the gothic flavor to it, but in a modern setting. So I liked it. I haven't seen a lot of Paul Nashi's stuff. It's a name I keep hearing popping up again and again, and I really am curious about his work. And after seeing this one, I'm even more curious about it, and I want to see more. So it was a lot of fun. I think I do need to rewatch it, though, because I was only kind of half paying attention, and there seemed like a lot of stuff going on that didn't make a lot of sense to me at the time. I was like, okay, that's kind of, now there's zombies in it. Okay, but yeah, anyway, I enjoyed that one. Next up, we had The Dungeon of Harrow from 1962. This was kind of an interesting one where basically a guy, there's a shipwreck and a guy gets washed up on the shore along with the captain of his ship, and is taken in by this mysterious count and his female companion. And it turns out that the count is kind of insane and is having visions of his evil tendencies personified as another person. And he may or may not have killed the captain of the ship, or he might be keeping him in the basement and torturing the fuck out of him. So anyway, the other guy is trying to figure out what the hell is going on and if there's any way to escape and maybe to rescue the beautiful woman who is the companion as well, because she seems to be okay and is actually helping him a little bit. So it's not bad. It's basically, getting captured by the crazy guy in the castle and trying to escape his torture chamber movie. But I like those kinds of movies, so I was all over it. There's no Blu-ray of this one as far as I can tell. It hasn't had any kind of other video release, so just kind of a hidden gem on there. I do enjoy a good escape the torture chamber movie, and it was fun. And one of the things that struck,
That's perfect. That's a perfect title that will probably end up getting released by Vinegar Syndrome. Honestly, it's like one of those titles.
Dungeon of Harrow, yeah.
Yeah, it's like something like they would eventually release. It's like right down their aisle.
Yeah, for sure. No, I enjoyed it. I liked the fact that the characters were very kind of straight up with each other in terms of the dialogue and whatnot, and just their kind of I don't want to say sedate, but very straight performances. There was no sort of cheese factor to it. They just kind of played it all very real, and I liked that. Next up, watched the classic political satire film from 1973, The Werewolf of Washington, starring Dean Stockwell. Yes, from Quantum Leap. A strapping young Dean Stockwell plays a reporter who is attacked by a werewolf, and he's a reporter who's kind of in tight with the president of the United States and helps him with a lot of stuff and reports. He kind of gets the scoop on different things and whatnot. And this was around the time of the Watergate scandal, so there's a lot of like satirical political elements in there about corruption and whatnot, and so it's I guess meant to be a comedy, but the comedy is kind of hit and miss. I find the satirical elements are kind of heavy-handed, but I don't know. It's cheesy midnight movie fun, and it's actually just fun to see Dean Stockwell running around as a werewolf and just kind of trying to conceal his werewolfism from the people around him. It's kind of a midnight movie favorite. I've seen it mentioned a few times before. Yeah, I think it has. I think Elvira did a DVD of it from Movie Macabre, and I think there's also an MST3K of it. So it's been razzed a few times over the years. But yeah, it's fun, and if you like your hard-hitting political satire, definitely check it out.
Yeah, apparently the footage was used in a movie called President Wolfman, which is a film made completely out of reused footage.
Oh, President Wolfman. Okay.
Yeah, which now I really want like a special edition of President Wolfman
And Werewolf of Washington, movies. Yeah, have both of them.
I want Werewolf of Washington as like a bonus feature to that. Like it's a triple feature. The two, all the movies, or it's a box set.
Yeah.
All the movies that comprise President Wolfman. The President Wolfman collection.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the Wolfman Presidential Collection. There you go. Next up, I watched the perennial midnight movie favorite, They Saved Hitler's Brain.
Oh, and we had a discussion about this too.
I have to confess, my attention wandered more than once during this movie. It is not a great movie, and it's basically two movies in one, because the original one is Madman of Manduras, which was about 70 or so minutes long. We're guessing that what happened was...
It didn't do well.
No, I'm guessing it didn't do well, and also it was sold as some kind of syndication package at some point, because it was redone or re-edited as They Saved Hitler's Brain, where they filmed about 30 minutes of additional footage to put in of these, I want to say FBI, but no, CDI agents who were investigating these strange goings-on and whatnot. And it is so obvious that this footage was filmed 10 years later, because the hairstyles are different, the cars are different, everything's different. It just has a different vibe to it. It also feels like way more low budget than the rest of the movie. And then it finally goes, so we have this little story about these CDI agents trying to figure out what's going on, and then we finally get into the actual Madmen of Manduras part of it, which is, where we actually see the plot to resurrect Hitler as the new Third Reich. And they say they saved Hitler's brain, but it's not just that. They literally saved Hitler's head. It's like no joke, it's the Futurama head in a jar, but it's Hitler.
That's probably where that joke came from.
It probably is, actually. I would not be surprised at all. So you get Hitler's head in a jar, just screaming at everybody, and having his minions doing his bidding, and then my attention drifted so much, and okay, now they're running away, now they're being chased by Nazis, and now Hitler's head is melting. Okay. Well, I guess that movie's over. Anyway, on to the next one.
In other words, you're due for a rewatch. Got it.
I will definitely do a rewatch of that. I'd like to do a double bill, actually, of that and the original. But next up, the last one I watched in full. I'm halfway through the last one on the disc here, which I'll get to in a moment. So the last one I watched on the set was The Thirsty Dead from 1974.
Hey!
Yeah.
I like that movie.
Have you seen that one? Yeah, I actually liked that.
A long time ago, but yeah. It's a classic.
I actually liked it a lot. I really liked the lead actors in it and the lead characters, and I thought it had some interesting ideas. It's basically, it almost felt like kind of an EC horror comics kind of scenario, where there's this rumor going around of these white slavers that are kidnapping women and doing horrible things to them. So, of course, the truth is a little different from the rumor. The actual truth is these women are being kidnapped and taken away to this tropical island into this sort of secret, place that's hidden. And what it is kind of a cult in the middle of the jungle, like an immortality cult, where they're kidnapping these beautiful young women and drinking their blood as part of some ritualistic thing to have immortality. The catch is they can't leave the perimeter of the area, otherwise they'll age. So they have to stay within this jungle compound place, and they'll be able to live forever. So that's the trade-off. But the thing is, they're essentially draining this is the EC horror comics part. They're essentially draining the youth of these young women that they're bringing in. They're literally drinking their youth. And through their blood.
That's the thirsty part of it.
The thirsty part of it, yeah. They're thirsty for the blood of immortality. So there's all these other women who are previous victims of it who are aged terribly and almost zombie-like. But presumably they're not as old as they appear. It's just they've had their youth drinking away from them. So it's about this group of women. There's one of who are kidnapped and taken to this place. One of them is deemed to be like among the chosen, so she's invited to be a part of the cult and to partake of the immortality. But she's like, when she sees what's going on, she's like, no fucking way. This is like sick what you're doing to these girls and stuff like that. So she's trying to, escape and put a stop to it. And that's essentially the gist of it. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed this one a lot. And I would love to see some kind of a special edition of it. It was a lot of fun. The characters, the characters in it were very likable. They had a nice little kind of motley group of different types of girls who were the ones who were kidnapped and trying to escape. Really liked the actor of the male guy who was helping them. I'm sure I've seen him in other things before, but I liked him a lot, and yeah, it was a good time. So the one I'm in the middle of watching now is The Amazing Transparent Man, which, as we were talking about Invisible Man stuff earlier, as you may guess, is essentially an Invisible Man type of movie. I'm about halfway through this one, but I can already see exactly where it's going. Basically, an ex-con is busted out of jail by this guy who wants help with a heist, essentially. So it's an Invisible Man heist film. So this guy's busted out because he's supposed to be this incredible safe cracker. And he's like, well, I can't go into a bank. Like, they'll recognize me as soon as they see my face. And I'm like, I see where this is going. So, of course, the guy who busted him out is, hired this doctor who has this invisibility process. He wants him to be invisible and go in and get, do the stuff and do the heist. So it's an Invisible Man heist movie. And it's only like 60 minutes long. So, yeah, I'll probably be finishing that one up a little later today. But, there you go. So that's it. That's what I watched so far. Really enjoying the Tales of Terror set from Mill Creek. Good luck getting it now. It's actually been out of print for a while. But the discs that I'm on right now are the what is it? Pure Terror, I think it was. It even has the same disc art. Yeah, it has the same disc art as the set that it was before. I think it's called Pure Terror.
Repackaged. That's all it is.
It's absolutely repackaged.
It's 2 of the 50 sets put together.
It's 4 of the 50 sets put together.
Oh, 4. Sorry,
yeah.
You're right. You're correct.
But mostly, there's a few minor differences, because that was one of the things I went into in the closer look, was like which ones are just flat out duplicated and which ones are slightly different. This is a bit of a mix and match, but the Pure Terror set, I remember, was one that is 100% in that 200 movie set. So if you have Pure Terror, you've got 1/4 of this set already.
Yep.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of overlap between their various horror sets, but there are a few minor differences here and there with some of them. Like, I know there's a couple that have most of the Todd Slaughter movies. I think I'm still missing a few of those, but there's one more
I don't know
set.
what the fuck that is.
He was an actor in the 30s and 40s who did a lot of horror movies. Yeah.
I thought like it was a series called the Todd Slaughter.
No.
What?
That was the
I'm thinking like it's like the
No.
Bowery Kid or something.
No. That was the actor's name, and what a great name for a
Okay.
guy in like exploitation horror movies, Todd Slaughter.
Right.
But no, he did a lot of stuff during the 30s and 40s. He was kind of a name.
No way, it's his real name.
Kino are putting out some Todd Slaughter films. Oh, okay, cool, very nice.
How's his name spelled?
TOD, single D.
That's why I can't.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there he is. 13 films.
Yeah. So he's
Can
got
you
a bunch.
please go? Thank you. Face in the
No.
Window, Crimes of the Dark House, Murder in the Red Barn,
Yeah.
Crimes of Stephen Hawk,
Yeah. So
The
a
Greed
bunch
of William Hart, The
so-
Ticket of Leave Man.
So
Leave Man.
a bunch of his films are in the Tales of Terror set, and there's one other horror set that I think has the rest of them. So
He did a Sweeney Todd too. Apparently,
so he's got. That's right, he did. Yeah, he did a Sweeney Todd.
it's cool.
But
I'll check these out. These look neat.
yeah, no, I know.
I probably have those on my
he's one
set
of
somewhere.
He's one of those actors who sort of did a bunch of movies back in the day, and he has his fans and stuff like that. Much like how
He only did like 8 movies or something.
yeah,
that's
much like how we
pretty
always
good.
get excited when we see Crown International pictures in there, which some of these were, by the way, some of the ones I watched today.
Of course.
Good old Crown
Well, Double
International.
Exposure, Crown International.
Double exposure is... Can't remember.
Yeah, there's a few.
There's a few, yeah. Anyway,
I actually have a list in Letterboxd of every Crown International film they ever distributed.
nice. They have a website too. You can actually get an alphabetical list of them.
That's right. That's right. I assembled it from.
I just wish that they had one that was chronological. I'd like to see like their
That's
order.
why
of
I
release date.
made my list in Letterboxd. I can order it by
there.
all those things.
Excellent.
I just took the list they made and I put it on Letterboxd and
Put it all chronological. That's.
I
very
went to
cool.
IMDb and found out some other because the ones on the IMDb are on their website are the ones that they produced and for the most part, mostly, and then there's a few ones they missed that they distributed but they didn't produce. So I put those on the list also.
So yeah, so far really enjoying this set a lot and glad I got it. So I'll probably have more of them to talk about next week because I definitely plan to continue watching these as I do the grunt work of content creation. Good stuff. Petition for Z back on Letterboxd. Oh,
I've been bothering them to do that for a long time.
Literally years. Yeah,
Hey,
I know.
6.
What?
Specific.
when I went downstairs to pee, I found out that I got a new pickup.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
Showboat.
Showboat.
Hey.
Oh.
I've never
With,
seen that.
Paul Robeson,
Mm-hmm.
which is the main reason I got it. This is the movie with his performance of Old Man River.
Okay.
The famous performance of Old Man River.
Yeah.
Old Man River. Yeah.
Just like Skinslip got a really good deal on. Yeah, Sean's just closer.
Yeah, he can do better.
Very deep voice, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But just like Skinslip got a great deal on Night of the Hunter, this one also had a coupon on it that brought it down to like $16 or something like that. And I was like,
$16.99. That was the coupon.
I'm gonna do it.
$16.98, I think. Actually.
This is one of the Paul Robeson movies that was not on this set. Portrait of the Artist.
It was released after, right?
Okay.
Which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movies on this set right here.
Now you've got 8 of them.
And now I've got 8 Paul Robeson movies. And what's cool about this Blu-ray is that it has the one of the special features is the Paul Robeson Tribute to an Artist documentary, which was put on this originally, but it's in high definition here. So, yeah. Cool. Newly restored, it says.
Excellent.
So, yeah. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. I thought people might want to know what I got because I know some people in the chat actually saw that I had gotten something. So, yeah.
Yep, definitely saw you walking out of the package. Don't think it's anything because it could have been completely unrelated.
That's right.
Oh, it was just my fucking ketchup or something. You know, I don't fucking know.
All of my dildos arrived. Yay!
Good news, everyone.
Hey, speaking of that, I got a new one. No, I'm kidding. Oh yeah, let me go see if my troll left a comment. I'm curious.
You have a regular troll?
Yeah, someone keeps making the names and coming to comment about my spending habits.
Oh, is that the one? Is that the same one
comment.
that comes onto the Twitch sometimes and it's stupid?
Yeah,
fake
I like to
names?
go and read his dumb comments and then to laugh and just delete them.
Yeah,
and never get to see
pretty
the light of day. Bye bye.
We call it,
spending habits, yeah. Some people are just very judgmental and need to get a life.
The internet calls this practice pet the chud.
Pet the chud.
It's your own pet chud that you're.
Oh yeah, he's a big old fucking chud. 1,000.
Not a chode, a chud.
Yeah.
And I just think it's hilarious. Like, okay, like it's like you can't explain logic to them. It's like I can explain to you why my spending habits are the way they are, but
no,
you don't want to listen.
No, exactly.
It
They've
doesn't matter.
already decided they're going to be Judgy McJudgersons, and
So it's like, let's have fun with that. Thanks for the projection, loser.
yeah, exactly.
They constantly call me a loser, which means that's total self-projection because I'm definitely not a loser. So.
Yeah, that is totally projection. Well, and also I find a lot of it is they're just mad because they don't have money to spend on things they want, and they, whatever.
Or they're jealous because they see this collection and think I have like all this money or some shit that I've been spending.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, look, I bought all this shit. Let's see here. I bought this stuff over the course of like weeks. It just
Yeah.
slowly trickled in because I live out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Well, yeah, it was the same
Like-
thing with me. And sometimes I order stuff from the States. I bought it like a month ago when I had some extra money, and it took a while to get to me. You know.
I can literally save no more money, and so I
Yeah.
just occasionally dip into my savings like this and
Yeah.
replenish it. So it has something to do with the fucking money I'm trying to save.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And well,
It's
we've
really
said
active,
countless
fucker.
times, like this collection did not happen overnight. This
no,
represents
God no.
this represents literally decades of collecting. You know, so
My friend just reached 500 in her collection. I'm like, congratulations, it's fucking amazing.
All of the-
That's a real accomplishment, actually. 500
So,
titles is no joke.
you know, it'd be like somebody looking at all the update videos I posted over the course of Halloween, like over the course of October. Like I posted like 30 update videos over the course of October, and it'd be like, wow, you look how much money you wasted that month. It's like, actually, that's like a full year's worth of updates.
know.
Like
You
literally
just have to
dating
do
back
updates,
to
that's
previous Halloween. I just hadn't
Yeah.
filmed them yet because I'm a lazy, butt.
Been doing
so-
other things like playing
Well,
Fortnite
and doing other
building
things.
audience.
Exactly.
Now he's a pretty regular audience of 15 to 30 people, which is not that bad. And on
Yeah.
Twitch, considering that if you have 5 or less people, you're in the top 20% of Twitch. Think about that. If you
Yeah.
have 5 or less people, you're in the top 20% of Twitch.
Wow.
That's how many people are streaming at 0 viewers right now.
Wow.
And that's a lot of things.
crazy.
A lot of those motherfuckers that are jealous, they're just jealous because they've been doing this for 3 years and they got
Yeah.
0 viewers still.
Yeah.
And I'm
Like,
like, I'm
wow.
sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I can't make them watch you.
No, I mean it's.
I can't make any more than 3 people watch me at any given time
You just
either. So
do what
feel
you
your
do,
pain.
and if people like what you do, they'll come and watch. That's really all there is to it. Sometimes, just isn't gonna happen. I don't know what to tell you, but
Let it go. Let it go.
but I mean, attacking people for being slightly
Yes,
more
yeah.
successful than you at doing something like that that's definitely not going to get you anywhere. You're just pushing people away who could be allies. What? Do I even want to know, Skinslip? What? What was-
I was just sent a shipping notice and a receipt for a purchase for a Nintendo Switch. Someone bought me a Switch.
What? Oh my god!
Nice.
I don't know who you are, but
Wow!
no kidding, I won't suck your dick. But Jesus Christ, it's amazing.
Thank you to whoever that
Hey,
was. You are a
I don't
wonderful
know.
human being.
Wow.
Expect lots
Someone
of
really
Animal
wants to play-
Crossing on
Whoever you are, I'll
Skinslip's
play
channel
whatever
now.
Switch game you want with you because
Yeah.
you've earned that. You're on my friends list on Switch, done on Switch. There you go.
Wow, that's amazing.
Just wow.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Jesus, fuck! Finally.
Yeah.
Just I was trying to find one for a long ass time, and
I
now
know.
they're all gone. You know?
I know. It's ridiculous. Well, that's great too. Like, I mean, that's man. I love it when stuff like that happens. You're like, how did you even?
Jesus.
Thank you. And how the hell did you even get this? It's like when I got the Gamera set. I was like, how did you get this? It was sold out
How?
everywhere.
How?
How?
And they got a
And
shipping
thank
receipt
you.
from fucking Best Buy too. How'd you get them to ship to my house?
Wow.
I just-
That's
they don't
amazing.
ship to my house. That's the biggest problem I have with Best Buy. Can't buy any of their goddamn exclusives.
Wow. Yes, and scalpers suck. Fuck scalpers.
Fuck's sakes.
So, wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations, Skinslip.
What a way to end SNI, huh?
I know. That's amazing. Well, you're going to have one hell of a pickup soon. Huge thank you to whoever made that possible. We know you're out there somewhere.
Yeah,
You know
and
who you
and if
are,
you
and
don't-
Thank you so
thank you
much.
so much.
And if you don't want to say who you are, you can just anonymously give me your friend code on Curious Cat, and I'll just add that shit. Let's go.
Yeah. Whatever, that works.
Go.
Some people
send
just
me-
like
oh,
to
you
be
should probably also
silent
send me the receipt.
benefactors. I mean, I have a few of those.
Also,
You know?
send me the receipt, the order number from Best Buy, so I know it's the same person. So it's not just some person putting in their code in my Curious Cat.
I have silent benefactors such as look at the current stream bosses. Need more time. This is when we were doing the marathon yesterday.
I know of one person who is one benefactor of yours.
Yes. I know. I do know who most of the secret ones are, and they know I know. They do it more for you guys.
It's silly. I know
Yeah.
at least one of them for sure, 1000%.
Mm-hmm.
We have talked about it, so it's like
Oh.
I know who that person is.
Well,
so.
yeah, that's fine, but that's
Yeah.
you know,
I'm not revealing anyone's name because
yeah.
they want to be anonymous for reasons. So
of course,
it's fine.
of course,
Respect and all.
But it's always appreciated. I mean, because you know, you're literally what makes this all possible
I don't know.
for us.
I'm overwhelmed.
That's amazing. I'm so happy for you, Skinslip. Seriously, that's amazing. It's fantastic. Congratulations. You deserve it.
Thank you, whoever you are.
Alrighty. Well, on that note of absolute speechless making joy, have yourselves a wonderful day or night, and thanks for watching another crazy week of Saturday Night Insanity. We'll see you again next week. Those of you on Twitch, stick around. I'm probably going to do some more stuff tonight because I only just woke up when we started the show. I've been awake for literally 4 hours. So this is like noon for me. Not even. Anyway.
I've been up since 4 in the morning.
Yikes.
5 in the morning, 6 in the morning.
Well,
But
you need
went
your
to bed at
sleep
4
for tomorrow.
I was bed at 4 a.m. I woke
Yeah.
up at 5:30 and then like basically didn't get to sleep until 9, and then woke up at noon. So I've got 3 hours of sleep, I think,
Yeah.
roughly 4 hours.
Yeah.
You know? I'm tired, y'all, and I gotta get up in 5 hours to go
Yep.
watch movies. So I'm late going to bed.
That's okay. You'll get
It's
up.
not okay.
You'll have fun. It'll be wonderful. You can sleep after. Have a nap after or something. I don't know. Whatever. Do what
It's good
works for
company.
you. As long as you're happy.
It's good company.
All right. Have yourselves a wonderful day or night or whenever you're watching this, everybody. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time. Until then, stay safe. And sayonara.
Stay safe.
Actually did play some more Fallout the other night. That was fun.
Oh, did you? I missed it.
That's where that stay safe thing is from, for anybody who's wondering. Anyway, catch you later, folks.